Evanston basketball is live on the radio at KNYN 99.1 and online at mylocalradio.com. Catch the Red Devils all winter long on your exclusive home for Evanston sports. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Mountain West Business Solutions, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, Landmark Plumbing and Heating, McKay Frankham, Uinta County School District Number 1, Joe's Modern Cleaners, Ellingford Brothers, Legal Tender Restaurant at Dunmar Inn, The Lumberyard, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Bear River Dental, Superior Rental and The Gun Room, T-Bar S Body Shop, West Star Printing, Pet Mineral Labs, Trona Valley Credit Union, MyLocalRadio.com, Wyoming Dental Specialties, Plains Tire, Evanston Regional Hospital, Kazine's, Seavers Jewelers, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Flex Fitness. With the opening tip approaching, let's head courtside for pregame coverage. Welcome courtside to Cody High School, day one of the Regional 4A West Tournament. Jake Hibbert joining you live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Currently in the fourth quarter of Star Valley versus Riverton on the girls' end, and Star Valley was tied with Riverton 24-24 at the end of the half. Heading into the final 7 minutes of the fourth quarter, the number one Braves and undefeated in-region Braves have pulled ahead and lead it 45-34. Evanston versus Cody on the girls' side is the first contest we'll bring you today, followed by the boys' edition, Evanston versus Cody, following that at about 6:30 p.m. Jake Hibbert joining you pregame on mylocalradio.com. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up, the rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
Evanston versus Cody, about 27 minutes away here on our estimated clock time. The opening tip-off scheduled for 5 p.m. We may be on time for that. That would put us about 19 minutes away, but I think we're going to be a little bit behind unless this game, the wheels fall off a little bit more than it already has. We may be having a little bit of fouling and timeouts laid on. Currently, Star Valley on top of Riverton on the girls' side, 45-34 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll lead you up to the girls' contest, Evanston versus Cody, next. We will look ahead in that game, followed by the boys of Evanston versus Cody. Day one of the 4A West Regional Basketball Tournament. The Evanston Lady Red Devils and Red Devils looking to punch their tickets into state. They can't do it with a win today. They need a win today or 2 wins in the following days. You got to win 2 before you lose 2 in this new format. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
Welcome back courtside here at Cody High School. Jake Hibbert joining you pregame as we get set for Evanston versus Cody. This is part 2, as these two teams only met once during the regular season, and for both sides, different results. Evanston's Lady Red Devils had a 5-point lead in the final minute 40 of that contest, and then ultimately lost 35-34. We'll get into exactly how that happened a little bit, but before we do that, let's move on to the boys' side of things. Evanston's boys defeated the Cody Bronx 56-42, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And Elijah Levia, a transfer from 2 years ago from coming over from Warland, he's averaged 25 points a game per game on the year for Cody. He was held to 17 in that contest, and we had some unlikely leading scores, at least to a little bit, and especially at that point in the season. Lance Evans really got things going early and had 14 points to lead the way for Evanston, followed by Garrett Berger with 11 points. And then after that, you had Seth Lloyd with 9, and the rest of the scores down the line. A little bit of uncharacteristic, at least at the time. Ever since that point in the season, that's really when Evanston started to get the wheels back on to this season and move to the #1 seeding in the Southwest Conference that they have to start today's game. Garrett Berger's season high is of 19. That came against Green River, a possible semifinal opponent tomorrow should the Red Devils win. Green River playing the late game against Rock Springs. The Red Devils would be lucky to get beyond this, though, because they have to take on the homestanding Cody Bronx, even if they are the #4 seed team in the Northwest Conference, even if their record is 3-16 on the year. They're coming in with a dynamic score, and Leyva improved his shooting a little bit. He's shooting 31% on the season from 3. Look, he is a dead-eye shooter. The only reason his average gets so low from seeing him is that he takes a lot of maybe ill-advised shots. But Coach Kraft says that's gotten a little better as the year's gone on. We'll hear from him before the boys contest and after the girls. Maybe we'll gauge things and see how the clock's running. Maybe we'll hear from him at the half of the girls contest. But most recently, Cody is coming off of a win over Riverton, 59-56, on their home floor this past Saturday. And Riverton nearly knocked off the #2 seed from the Southwest, Star Valley, prior to this contest. Final score ended up being 7-8 points, somewhere in there. Let's take a look at that score right here. But it was a tie game in the final couple minutes. Let's run you now through the scores of what's happened already. First with the boys, as we mentioned, Star Valley came away with a 7-point victory over Riverton, 44-37. Kelly Walsh defeated Jackson Hole 61-50, but again, that game was a 2-point differential in the fourth quarter. Every game today has been close at some point. It looks like Star Valley will come away with a win on the girls' side over Riverton, and currently the score halfway through the fourth quarter is 45-39 as Alexis Motisi is to the line for an and one. So this game getting a little bit closer in the closing minutes as well. It was a double-digit lead, now down to 6, maybe 5. On the girls' side, Kelly Walsh barely got past Jackson Hole, 41-39. And by barely got past, I mean they were barely able to get through Jackson Hole. A #1 versus #4 seeding, the opening game of the day. With 3 minutes left in the third period, Kelly Walsh trailed Jackson 29-14. A gigantic offensive run for Kelly Walsh ended up getting them the win, but it came down to a final shot, and Kelly Walsh got that 2-point victory. Green River and Rock Springs, that was really the biggest differential today. Green River just about led from wire to wire. Rock Springs held one lead in that girls contest. That was the second of the day, but ultimately came away with a 9-point victory, 45-36, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Now let's move back to the girls contest. Paige Powell had 8 points with about 1:45 left in the contest as Evanston was up 44-39. And she got a steal, got a layup, a big rebound, another shot, and then finally a double-team push shot up. She gets to go from not a great angle and a 6-0 run unanswered by Evanston. That was the difference. So a future Division I athlete playing in perhaps her final high school game she may have next week, but that is the ultimate end of the high school career for Paige. She's headed to the University of Wyoming. She was held in check by the Red Devil defense. That's really hung their hat this year. This team on defense. They've gotten just enough points to win games. They've been outscored by their opponents by about 15 points per contest, but have a winning record on the year. But in the final moments, that Evanston Devil defense and closeout ability disappeared. And let's watch right now and see exactly what did happen. Or if you're listening on the radio, let's listen to what happened in that final 2 minutes of play on February 8th when Evanston and Cody last played on the girls' side.
Over for Coney. 1:45 left. Archuleta across the timeline. Powell comes out immediately, steals it away. She's all alone. Skies up, scoops it away. 34-31. Just a misplay and a timeout needed by Coach Van Noy after foul number 7. 1-and-1 free throw time. Single bonus for the Lady Red Devils. And if you're going to have someone at the line in a single bonus situation for Evanston, you might as well have it be Corey DeRue, leading the team 73% on the year. 90 seconds left in the game. DeRue misses. Powell up high with the board. Taking it across. Bounce pass to Moss. Archuleta, no, take that away. Corey DeRue fouls her 31% from the line, including that attempt. She's 5 of 17. The lefty puts up the second, misses long. Rebound, Powell rips it out of the hands from behind by Archuleta and scores. Timeout taken by Coach Van Noy. 34-33, the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. You think with the free throws. Back to Robbins, 32 seconds left. A foul finally. Morgan for Coney reaches in and sends Natalie Robbins to the line for shot by Robbins, barely grazes rim. Paige Powell with the basketball. She scored the last 4 points. One of the top athletes in the state of Wyoming, man or woman, no question about it. Takes it across and sets up in the right blocks. Double team on her, so she's saying, go away from me. Moss has it at the top. Blau down low to Powell. She grabs it, right block. Spin around, off the glass. It's down! 35-34. Paige Powell on a tear. The last 6 points are hers, and the lead is Cody's. 8.3 seconds on the clock. 6 seconds left. DeRue dribbles. She's got a little bit of open space against Powell. Heave, ho, up, misses long, and Evanston falls to Cody on this Friday night. 35-34 the final. A 6-0 run at the end by Paige Powell gives Cody the win.
So after hearing that, let's now take a look at Paige Powell's stat line throughout the season. Averaging a double-double at 14 points, 11.5 rebounds. It goes deeper than that. 3.5 block shots. We'll get into that a little bit later when we hear from Coach Fessler for the Lady Red Devils. Evanston driving into the lane is going to need to be wary of Powell. She could have a triple-double with points, rebounds, and blocks if all's going right with her. She also has 2.5 steals per game. She leads the Lady Phillies in every statistical category of consequence, right down to fouls. She leads them in points, rebounds, offense and defense both, assists, steals, blocks. Almost leads them in turnovers either. Michaela Moss has a couple more than her, but even in fouls, she's tied with Tessa Blau at 2.2 per game. Paige Powell is the Cody Phillies offense, defense, everything that they have going. And the funny thing about that is she wasn't even at this school a year ago. She came over from encampment. She was a 1A athlete, and you know you're good when you're at the 1A level. And she was still officially listed as an encampment athlete when she signed with the University of Wyoming. So you got to be good for them to find you down there. We will leave it right there, and when we come back, we will continue pregame coverage as we move into the standout student segment. We'll hear from the 6'7" senior post for the Evanston Red Devils, Lance Evans. When we return, this is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive here in Evanston.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Dr. Dog, the other day I was at the dog park and ran into Keegan, the Irish setter from up the road. When we smelled hello, I was surprised because he smelled like delicious roasted duck. When I asked if he'd been hunting, he said nein, he had been to see you.
Yes, Mr. Hans German Shepherd, I'm recommending Canine Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com for all my canine patients. The powder mixes with your dog food to create a delicious duck-flavored gravy. Order your Superfood Advanced from PetMinerals.com today.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazin's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazin's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazin's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
I've got Lance Evans with me. He's a senior at EHS. He's you may have seen him on the basketball court. He's kind of the tall guy out there. How tall are you officially?
I'm just a little over 6'6" without my shoes on, but 6'7" basically.
I always list you at 6'7" just because it sounds taller than 6'6". Where is do you feel that way too?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me any. I mean, 6'7" just makes me taller than the other kid I'm standing next to, so it's all right with me.
How long have you been playing basketball?
I think I started playing basketball 3rd grade and then started competitively in about 4th grade.
Were you always tall for your age, or did that happen over time? Was there a growth spurt? Did that play into your saying, I want to be a basketball player, or was it not involved?
Yeah, I was always the tallest kid on the team, and then like 7th, 8th grade, they started to catch up to me, and I had a pretty good growth spurt about freshman year, and I think I grew 4 inches a year for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, that was honestly the reason I started playing basketball, is because I was tall. I played every other sport when I was little, and then I just was like, yeah, I'm tall, so I may as well play basketball, and I liked it. So,
do you feel like you get more? I know you're not going to have a real good perspective of like, well, I'm only one person, but do you feel like you got more attention from coaching or from people on the outside being like, oh, hey, do you play basketball? Let me tell you this, because you were the taller guy out there?
I mean, yeah, they liked me because I was tall. I don't know if I got necessarily more attention, but I mean, yeah, there's a few people that were more interested just because I was taller than everybody else. But
what are the most annoying things people say to you ad nauseum about your height?
How's the air up there? That's about the only one I get.
What was your mom's influence in sports and rodeo, getting you involved as a kid and out there?
My mom just encouraged me to just try everything, and then if I didn't like it, I didn't have to do it anymore. She coached volleyball at Skyview, so she was big into sports when she was in high school, and so, yeah.
Is that Billings Skyview?
No, in Logan, Skyview High School in Logan, Utah.
Okay, yeah, I knew a Skyview. I don't know that area as well. Okay, what about rodeo? How'd you get involved with that?
So my grandpa has a cattle ranch, and I've just been helping him ever since I was really young. And then freshman year, I got into the event that I'm doing now, and I just fell in love with it and just wanted to do it all the time.
And your event is?
Reined cow horse.
And that's not like steer wrestling or bull riding where it's so straightforward that you say that and everyone knows what it is. So explain what you do in that.
So reined cow horse isn't really a traditional rodeo event. It's based on like vaquero, like horse training and that kind of thing. And so you basically do a reining pattern where you do circles, stops, and spins, just showing that your horse is under control and can do all these maneuvers and stuff. And then they'll turn a cow out, and you'll box it on the short end of the arena, and then you'll take it down the long end and do a turn each way and a circle each way with it.
How did you get involved with that event specifically?
Mostly just, it's basically the stuff that we do on the ranch. A lot of it is just gathering cows and stuff. So I'd seen people do it and heard about it, so I just tried it and absolutely loved it.
Where do you find to compete in an event like this? What sort of rodeos or whatever are these happening at?
So there's a lot of shows in Idaho, and then they have it in the high school rodeo, so you can go basically anywhere to do a high school rodeo show. And then they have a lot in Montana, California, Texas, just pretty much all over.
So do you compete with Utah rodeo circuit during the off-season of basketball?
Yeah, so I'm a part of Utah High School Rodeo Association, so I'll go and do that. And then I've been a member of NRCHA, so I can go to Idaho and go and compete with all these professionals and stuff as well.
Oh, NRCHA, the National Rodeo Circuit something. How close am I?
National Reined Cow Horse Association.
Of course. What else would it be? So they have their own association.
Yep. Yeah, they're the flagship association, so they're the ones that partnered with High School Rodeo to bring the event into High School Rodeo, so they're just a completely different thing than rodeo world.
Are there certain regions of the U.S. where this is more popular than others? Do you see more rodeos or more events happening in one area as opposed to another?
Texas for sure. That's where they have all the snaffle bit futurity, and they have their world show down there. So that's really big horse country down there.
Do you want to do anything like in college with this? I know you're working on trying to get a scholarship on your all-around with basketball and your background in rodeo, but are you trying to do anything at the next level with it?
At this point, I'm not going to, because I'd have to haul to Texas, and they don't really. It's not a Division I athletic event, I guess, so they don't give scholarships for it. So at this point, probably can't really afford it, but I'll still be coming home to do it on the side from college and that kind of thing.
What do you have planned for college? That's not that far away.
I'll be going to Utah State, so my grandpa's ranch is just a couple hours away from there, so it's really close drive. And so I'll be able to compete in the spring and summer and that kind of thing when I'm off.
Do you have any idea what interests you in college yet?
I'm thinking about mechanical engineering right now.
Why mechanical engineering?
I've just been good at math and science in school, and it's something that I've found fairly easy up to this point. Not so much now, but just go and try it and see if I like it.
I pulled you out of calculus class. Is that all right? Are you going to get behind, and is this going to ruin your future career as a mechanical engineer?
I don't think so. I'm probably going to have to retake calculus anyways, so it's not a big deal.
All right, well, how are you feeling about this regional tournament? It's been a real roller coaster of a basketball season. How do you feel like you guys are coming off of a loss against Jackson, moving into the regional tournament?
I think it's something we can just put behind us. There's a few things that we can just clean up and just, we're going to be playing Cody on their home floor, so just make sure Leyva doesn't go off on us, and I think we'll be all right.
All right. Well, Lance, we got to that time limit. I appreciate you talking. I know you were a little against it, but you did pretty good. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Let's now move right along as we're into the final 6 minutes before the opening tip of Evanston vs. Cody into Tim Van Noy, head coach of the Phillies. I have Cody's girls head coach Tim Van Noy on the line, and here we are again. I knew it was coming back to Cody for regionals, but I didn't necessarily know that it would be another Evanston-Cody matchup. I was looking back at the tape of that 35-34 final, and specifically at the last couple of minutes where Paige Powell went off for 6 points and really took over the game with a couple of big rebounds, a steal, and, of course, clutch shooting. This was only the second or third time I'd seen her play, so I want to know, has this become commonplace for you, or was this another level that she reached?
She can do that. That game was unique because everything seemed to happen right at the end when it was so timely and so important. And then with that final shot that she made also. But she has really shown spurts against various teams where for a couple minutes she'll block a shot, she'll pull a rebound, she'll lead the break going down the offensive way and then make a shot or put a shot back up. It's pretty impressive when she does stuff like that.
In this Thursday matchup, you should have everyone ready to go at some capacity, but I do understand that there was an injury to a very important sophomore of yours in Tori Schutzman. She had her knee buckle a couple of weeks ago, and you were worried about the ACL. Turned out that
wasn't that, and she was able to play in the final game of the regular season. But where is she at as far as being ready to go day one of regionals?
Well, it's kind of up in the air still. She is playing, but she's got a brace, that covers basically from the top of her knee down to the top of her ankle, and that type of thing slows anybody down. But she is playing, and our trainer told us last week that she was hoping come this week, tournament week, that she'd be able to go without that brace. But we have practice tonight, it's Monday, and we'll see where she is at that time. But like I say, it does slow her down.
It's going to be business as usual when you head into this tournament because moving up from 3A, you're already used to this tournament format. But for the schools that have been at 4A, it's a big switch from either getting day one off or playing in an elimination match on Thursday. For you, playing at both levels, what have you learned about the difference in playing in that old format to this new one in 4A?
Well, when I first was at Cody, we were in 4A, and so I was in that format where you played the first game to see if you got to go. The first and second place teams automatically qualified, so it was just nerve-wracking as heck if you were playing that first game. You now are in that situation with the 3A tournament with the eight team bracket. That's how your Saturday mornings are. You're either going to go or you're done. For the 4A teams, it will be new and uncharted territory, but at the same time, I don't think they'll be quite tightly strung that first game, because there is that opportunity to come back and win, even if you lost one. So it's not a do or die situation with the first game. Both situations, be it 3A or 4A, the games that I always find what interesting are those Saturday mornings, because so many times in those semifinals you'll have a really tough semifinal game on Friday, and if you end up losing that and you have to play that Saturday morning game, the monkey's really on your back, because the team you're playing is coming back through the losers bracket, and they're on a winning track at that point in time, and all the pressure's put on you. So it makes for some very interesting Saturday morning situations.
Finally, Coach, it seemed pretty clear since the first couple of weeks, and now here we are with Star Valley and Kelly Walsh at the top of their brackets, but they're followed by 4 really good teams in Cody, Green River, Evanston, and Rock Springs, and there's only 4 spots total to get to state. Day 1 matches those 4 in Evanston and Cody and Green River and Rock Springs against each other, and it's most likely that at the end of the tournament that at least 1, if not 2 of those teams will not make it out of the regional tournament. For your team, you have the benefit of being at home with no travel and your home fans in front of you, but are you worried that it might add some extra pressure to your girls being in such a tight tournament and playing at home?
I really don't think there's much pressure put on us. We're supposed to be the small school moving up, so everybody kind of keeps that in the back of their mind. And being at home is just such a nice thing. The lack of travel, as you pointed out, the sleeping in your own beds, you're not getting your room reservations and trying to get the kids down, and staying in a motel, especially at tournament time. They're noisy. Other teams that may be winning are up later. Sometimes there's band students or other events going on in the towns, such as a hockey tournament or anything like that. And sometimes it's tough to get your kids to sleep. So being at home and staying in your own house is quite an advantage, I think.
All right, Coach Van Noy, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I've coached Jeremy Fessler the week of regionals. Your first matchup, you get the home team in the regional tournament. You have to play Cody round 1. You do get a little bit later of a game, but you have to leave pretty early in the morning, so that's probably a wash. The last time that you took on Cody, 6 points in the last minute and a half, and Paige was pretty much contained until those last few 4 or 5 possessions when she really took over. You've watched, I'm sure, a lot of tape on Cody, as you have with Rock Springs and Green River. But more importantly, with your girls, in that 5-point win against Jackson in the final game of the year, it was scoring that was the issue. So as you put together a short and week practice plan, what's on the schedule to try and get that shooting and scoring going again?
Well, we are going to we have a couple new wrinkles we just talked about there in the locker room, and we're going to implement them today and tomorrow and Wednesday so the girls know them. They're very easy sets. They're sort of a prequel to Wyoming. But it's going to get our best girls the ball early in the offense and see if we can get something early. And then it gets into Wyoming after that. And it'll be nice because teams haven't seen it, so I'm excited about that.
Defensively, I'm sure you'll probably do something similar as you did the last time. Try and shut down Paige, and then if they try to do what they did in so many games this year, would play their shootsman on the same side of the ball as Powell, you'll probably just try to shut down that side. Now, if they reverse it, that could change things up for you. But you also mentioned playing some zone defense. Should we expect to see a lot of changes as the game progresses on Thursday?
No, we were pretty successful against them defensively the first time with the game plan that we had. I mean, we held them, Paige was low until she had a little 6-point spurt. They got a lot of points from the free throw line, a lot of hand checks that we got called on us. So we've got to tighten that up where we're not fouling and giving them easy baskets. But I thought we had a great defensive plan. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments. We do have the zone we've been working on, which we might use. We're actually going to work on it today a little bit. And we stayed behind her the whole time. We might change it up in front of her a little bit, just when she buries us down on the block and give them a little different look that way. We just have to be smart enough to know where 24 is. And if she's in that same corner, we got to help from the backside. And if she's on the backside, we got to help from the corner, from the same corner. So we've got to understand that and talk so we know what we're doing.
I'm going to ask another question about her, but everything seems to run through her, so it warrants it. There's just some things that a Division I athlete can do that no one else can really prepare for or do out on the court. And defensively, she likes to bait players inside and wait for that and get a block. Do some of the players need to be a little wary about going into the lane?
We talked about that also. She loves to block shots. You've got to shot fake her, get her up in the air, and then get into her body and hopefully get her in foul trouble. And so, the first time we ran a little, she was dominating us. We couldn't get anything inside. And so we tried to move AJ out. So she was out a little bit and then put Nat in there. We'll have Zosha this time, maybe Stacia. And so that backside post or the other post is going to be very big in this game.
Welcome to Cody High School as it's time for tip-off. I got to adjust that score, and the opening tip is Evanston's way. Corey DeRue takes it, and I've got a brand new scoreboard that I'm going to be trying to run throughout this contest. So, best of luck to me and best of luck to you out there following along. Not allowed to use a scoreboard, not the camera during these tournaments, as that's just been taken away. We can't use any cameras. So, those are the rules, and those are the ones we're trying to abide by. First possession goes away from Evanston as they throw it out of bounds. Cody basketball. It's Tori Schutzman with it. Up top, it's Moss. Has it to the left side, finds Blau on the left wing. Starters for Cody, Tessa Blau and Morgan Forconi. Michaela Moss, the point guard in the post. It's Paige Powell. Steal away for Natalie Robbins, and it's Evanston basketball. Evanston, the road team in both senses of the word, the underdog in the seeding, and the team not playing at home like the Cody Bronx. Natalie Robbins, Hannah Sowers, Kaylin Hyatt, Ajahana Archuleta, and Corey DeRue, the starters for Evanston. Other starter not mentioned for Cody is, maybe I got them all. Schutzman, Blau, Forconi, Moss, and Powell. Paige Powell, the 6-foot senior, leading the team in every significant statistical category. It is 0-0 on the impact physical therapy board. Inbound to Evanston. DeRue has it at the top. DeRue guarded by Moss. Give it off to Natalie Robbins on the left wing. Still looking for any points or even a shot in this game. It's just been turnover, turnover, turnover. Corey DeRue has it. To Hyatt, hand off to Robbins. Robbins takes it at the top, guarded by Blau. Passes right side to Corey DeRue. Then back up top, Hannah Sowers. Evanston being very conservative in looking for a shot in these first couple of offensive possessions. Hyatt drives right side, gets a screen from DeRue, has to back up. Moss nearly comes away with a steal. DeRue to the left side. Natalie Robbins still looking for the first shot of this contest. Hannah Sowers a bit outside the free throw line, gives off left side to Robbins, then up to the top of the key. Kaylin Hyatt takes another screen from DeRue. She tumbles down to the ground. No whistle blown. I think Hyatt anticipated one and was surprised, almost gave up the ball when there was no foul. On the left wing, DeRue, guarded by Moss, has the ball knocked out of her hands. Moss throws ahead to Schutzman. She's wearing a left knee brace, and she stops, gives back to the free throw line, and Cody will set up. It's Tessa Blau back to Michaela Moss. Blau, a 5'9" wing for Coney in the post along with Paige Powell. Powell has it on the right wing, guarded by Hannah Sowers. Backs up, goes to her left side, finds Moss. 5:58 left in the first quarter. First shot of the game is no good. That one attempted by Forconi. Rebound Evanston. Up ahead quickly. Archuleta against Moss. Moss tumbles down to the ground and draws the charge. give it back to Cody. Still no score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 5:46 remaining in the opening quarter. Again, I'm manually running the scoreboard today, so we'll do our best, and hopefully when the points go up, I'll remember to put them up. If not, follow along at home. Inbound to Paige Powell, knocked out of bounds by Archuleta. Powell tried to get it back to Forconi, so an inbound back to Cody. Forconi inbounds to Moss. Full court pressure on, and again, Archuleta knocks it out of bounds. That's 2 knockouts by Archuleta. No steal coming away, but Cody is having fits in this full court pressure. Try it a third time. Inbound to Powell. She's a one-woman press breaker. Finds Moss on the outside. Moss takes it across the timeline. Bounce passes out to the corner. Taylor Schutzman drives baseline. Showing some good explosiveness. Fouled. Shot will not count as she was down on the ground when the foul came in on number 2, Kaylin Hyatt, with her first. It's regional time, so we expect to see those fouls start to fade away in this tournament. Inbound to Blau. She shoots a 3-ball unguarded, and whoa, it was way long, right into the hands of Natalie Robbins. Baseball pass overhand. Robbins to Hyatt. She backs up on the left corner, then gives it to the top of the key. Bounce back to DeRue. Found open, but a ways outside. DeRue bounce pass to Archuleta. Beats around. Oh, Paige Powell stretched out like Stretch Armstrong and got the block down. Back Cody's way, but Michaela Moss lost the dribble. Tries to save it from going out of bounds. It goes into the hands of Robbins. Robbins versus Powell. Head fake. Gets the shot up and good. Natalie Robbins with the first 2 of the game for either side, and Evanston leads it 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Paige Powell throws up ahead. Schutzman on the blocks. 1, 2 bounces off the block. No good. Rebound by Archuleta. 4:40 left in the first quarter. 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. It's been a mess of a game so far. To the right wing, Natalie Robbins holding the only field goal in the contest up to this point, nearly halfway through the opening quarter. She gives it off to Kaylin Hyatt, who recalls and resets on the half court. High post. Pass up to Archuleta. Turns around against Powell. Out to the left corner. DeRue wants a 3. It's a little bit long off the handle. Schutzman, the sophomore, second leading scorer on Cody, comes down with the rebound. Taking it across, going from left to right. Hyatt called with the hand check. Foul number 2 on Kaylin. That should warrant a substitution. Amber Lowe into the game for Kaylin Hyatt. And Zosha Novakoski in for Hannah Sowers. Clock stopped at 4:14. Inbound on the near sideline. Cody in the white jerseys, navy blue numerals. Michaela Moss to Forconi, and then back to Moss. Out to the right corner. Into the game for the first time today for Cody, it's Britt Bauer. Throws into the post and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Evanston. Forconi wanted a foul called. Doesn't get it, but her team does retain possession. 4:04. Inbound for Forconi. Looking around, doesn't have anyone. Powell flashes into the post. Takes the bounce pass away. Archuleta nearly came away with the steal. Spin around, left block. Powell up high off the glass, misses hard. Robbins tumbles down to the ground, throws it to Novakoski to avoid a travel. It's Evanston basketball moving from left to right. Amber Lowe pushing the tempo. Up ahead to Novakoski. Wholesale rejection by Paige Powell. That's number 2 of the game already for Powell. Clock stopped. Evanston basketball. It's on their baseline for the inbound. Bounce pass to Novakoski from DeRue. Up to the left wing. Natalie Robbins gives it to Lowe. Out to the right corner. Now beyond the three-point line, DeRue dribbles in, penetrates, gives out to the left wing. Lowe at the free throw line. Jump stop. Back to Robbins. Pass was a little behind her. Went out around on a curl. Beat Bauer. No good on the shot up, but Amber Lowe comes away with a putback. Lowe came in backside, got the board up, and Evanston leads it 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 3:24 left in the first quarter. 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Out to the corner. Schutzman wide open for 3. No good. Rebound Evanston. Again pushing the tempo. Corey DeRue takes it across the timeline. Passes near sideline to Natalie Robbins. And then they will set up in the half court. Out to Lowe, left side. Lowe looks into the blocks. Finds Novakoski, but Powell's there. Takes it away. 2-on-1. Powell crosses over, gets a little bit of space. Goes through her legs, still with the dribble. Then to Schutzman. Schutzman has it at the top of the key. High post. Forconi outside. Bauer wants a 3. Takes it, misses long off the glass. Archuleta boards it for the Red Devils. Running past Moss. Goes up against Schutzman. Jump stop in the blocks. Take it again. Paige Powell rejection number 3. 4-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, but already the block count for Paige Powell is at 3 with 2:37 remaining in the first period. Amber Lowe, the inbounder. Well to the left of her basket from her vantage point. Inbounds and stolen away by Tessa Blau. She'll take it across for Cody. Clock moving down to about 2.5 minutes to go. Bauer tries another three. Misses off the handle yet again. Nothing going for Cody. They're scoreless. 2:24 left in the opening period. Novakoski close to a walk. Finds Sowers open on the right. Blocks. It's good. Cody leads at 6. Evanston leads at 6-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board over Cody. 2:10 remaining in the first period. Paige Powell looking like she wants some instant offense. Goes coast to coast. Right block shot up, misses long. Sierra Burley into the game, gets the rebound down for Evanston. 2 minutes to go in the opening period. Corey DeRue taking it across, playing point guard for Evanston. Coach Fessler calling out instructions. Evanston, the number 3 seed from the Southwest, looking to earn a spot in tomorrow's semifinals at 5 p.m. against Star Valley tomorrow. Low in the high post, jump stop, pop out to the right wing. It's DeRue with it. Looks around, penetrates into the blocks. Bounce pass back to Sowers. Has Powell on her. Looks back for Lowe. The ball gets past Amber into the hands of Blau. Lowe pops it out of her hands on the steal. Amber Lowe, the upstart junior wing. Fakes, Powell finds it down low to Sowers, opens her up. Amber Lowe, another essential point for Amber. And Coach Van Noy needs a timeout. It's 8-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 1:14 remaining in the first period. This is the First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNY on 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Welcome back to Cody High School. It's day one of the 4A West Regional Tournament, and this is the final girls contest of the day. Already punching their ticket into the regional semifinals. You have Kelly Walsh and Star Valley moving into the semis, and Green River as well. Evanston versus Cody, 8-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Paige Powell playing point guard, taking it across the timeline. 1:08 remaining in the first period. So far, Cody being shut out, and Novakoski steals it away for Coney. Evanston basketball, Taryn Wagstaff checking in for the first time today following that timeout, has it on the left wing. She gives it back to Amber Lowe. Lowe got a rebound and a points in to make it 6-0, and then found a perfect assist on a shot fake that got Paige Powell into the air, and more importantly, opened up Hannah Sowers for her second bucket of the game. Off the ball foul and a hard one against Evanston, sent Coney down to the ground, and I think she hit her head on the ponytail. Ooh, that's a painful one. She's staying through. Doesn't look like she's enjoying any of this right now. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. 8-0, Evanston leading Cody. Paige Powell playing point guard. Taking it across the right side, guarded tightly by Novakoski. Crosses over, jump stop at the top of the key, gives it back to Moss at the 25-foot line. Out to the right wing, it's Blau with it, looking high-low, down to Powell. Turns around at the free throw line, finds Schutzman. Schutzman inside, high post to Powell. Looks out right side, still with her dribble. Puts it onto the ground finally, backs up behind the three-point line. Takes one, Paige misses long. Rebounded Sierra Burley. 8-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Sierra Burley gives it off to Amber Lowe, holding it 25 feet away. Coach Fessler says attack now. Down to the right wing, poked out of her hands and rolling out of bounds. 3.3 on the clock. I'm a little slow on that one. It says 1 second. There's 3.3 on the clock here. Inbound for Lowe in Evanston. Goes to Taryn Wagstaff. Wagstaff with 1 second. Free throw line shot up. Didn't get it off in time, and it air balls anyways. 8-0 at the end of one quarter on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston leads Cody on their home court on the first day and first matchup of the 4A West Regional Playoffs. This is the First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNY and 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
8 minutes back on the clock. Welcome back to Cody High School. It's Cody Phillies basketball in the white jerseys, moving from right to left, held scoreless in the first period by the defensive Red Devils. Evanston on defense, guarded by Forconi. It's Archuleta. Archuleta forces the pass right side. Shootsman, double teamed. Natalie Robbins pokes the ball out from behind, tumbles down to the ground, hits it baseline, finds Wagstaff. Turnover, Evanston basketball. Squirting from left to right, Wagstaff. Bounce passes right block into Novakoski. Tries the reverse, but there's Paige Powell once again. Block number 4 of the game for Paige Powell. She had 3 in the first half, gets one 30 seconds into the second period. Evanston basketball, all of Paige Powell's blocks have been 0 possessions as they've all stayed with Evanston. To Wagstaff, straight away, inbound off the key. It's the good on the bank. Taryn Wagstaff with a 3-ball. Wagstaff makes it 11-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Paige Powell has it at the volleyball 10-foot line. Still scoreless. 9 minutes into the game. Moss has it left side, finds Forconi on the wing, guarded by Archuleta. Powell at the top. Novakoski on her, trying to keep Archuleta out of foul trouble, I assume. And Novakoski, a fine defender herself. Michaela Moss takes a curl at the top of the key, drives right side, down to the left. It's on the corner. Blau has it beyond the three-point line. Powell up high, and Novakoski whistled for the hand check. 6:48 left in the second period. Let me adjust that. Can do that too. Just takes a little bit of time. Again, if you're wondering why it's not, there's the new scoreboard. Well, the NFHS says no scoreboard cameras. That also is video, so we can't do that either. So it's all audio, and I'm running the scoreboard here on my computer. 6:42 left in the first period, and a Cody basketball still looking for their first shot to go into the game. Powell to Blau, over to the right side. It's Shootsman, drives in baseline, high up, misses short. Rebound, Natalie Robbins, Evanston ball. 6:30 remaining in the first period, and it's 11-0 Red Devils. Wagstaff down low, Novakoski, make it block number 5 by Powell. Novakoski gets the possession back to Robbins. High post shot, misses long. Powell skies up and gets the board for Cody. No points for Paige, but she's halfway to double digits in blocks. Michaela Moss on the right wing has it for Cody. Britt Bauer checks to the scores table, as does Hannah Sowers for Evanston, to move in at the next dead ball. Shootsman on the wing, passes right side on a skip. Moss drives in, shoots over the hands of Archuleta, but blocked from behind. Evanston basketball on the rejection. Natalie Robbins across the timeline, calling for a screen out. No, she wants to give the ball to Wagstaff. Wagstaff receives the pass, dribbles out to her left, then moves back to her right. Evanston moving from left to right. DeRue open on the wing for 3, gets the pass, no good, missed a little bit long from beyond the arc. Cody rebound, Moss runs over DeRue, and it's a block foul on DeRue. Period number 2, it's 11-0. Evanston on top on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Britt Bauer checks in, Tessa Blau to the bench. Britt Bauer, a 5'8" sophomore, averaging 2.5 points per game nearly on the year. 2 players in double digits for the season in Powell and Shootsman in points per game. No Evanston Lady Red Devil got into double digits. Powell has it on the right block, sees a double team, shoots it back outside to Shootsman. A step inside the three-point line, she misses short. Rebounded by Forconi, step and a fadeaway hook shot, no good. Bauer and Wagstaff fighting for the rebound. knocked out of bounds, and it was touched. Britt Bauer stepped on the baseline as she knocked it off the body of Wagstaff, so it's Evanston basketball. Clock stopped at 5:12. Inbound to Archuleta. Full court press on for Cody. Quick break by Evanston. Sowers has it on the right wing, but face guarded by Powell. Gives it off to Archuleta on a handoff. Taryn Wagstaff holding on to the basketball, waiting for Schutzman to come out and guard her. Instead, they're just going to hold and wait for that to happen. Finally, Schutzman does move out. She gives it right side to Robbins. Three-point ball attempted by Archuleta, and it's in. Archuleta with her first three of the year. It is 14-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Everything going Evanston's way. A steal in the full court, and Daru overthrows Aja Hanna, so it's back Cody's way. Clock stopped at 4:35 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Who'da thunk Archuleta with her first three ball of the year on a bank. Both of the threes today by Evanston, one by Wagstaff, one by Aja Hanna, have come straight away at the top of the key and come by way of a bank shot. For Coney behind the timeline. 10 seconds called and forced by Aja Hanna. She couldn't get around, and when she threw it across to Paige Powell, it was too late. 4:23 left on the clock. Halfway through the second quarter, Evanston still pitching a shutout. Cody on their home court. The jitters have not exited. The last time I saw a game like this was Mountain View playing in a state semifinal game 4 years ago when they were held to one field goal in the first 2.5 periods. Corey Daru had it on the left wing, stolen away on a pass attempt in by Moss. She gives it off to Schutzman, drives in right side. 4:05 left. Powell on the block. Double teamed again. Schutzman a deep three. It looks true, but misses a bit off the handle. Still no points for Cody. A rebound by Archuleta and a timeout taken by Coach Fessler. 3:58 left in period number 2. Somehow, it's still a shutout. Evanston 14, Cody 0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. We'll be back. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball on K9 Radio.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
We welcome you back to Cody High School with 3:58 remaining in period number 2. The Lady Red Devils on the road. They had to travel 6.5 hours to get here. Cody lives here. 14-0, Evanston on top. Evanston basketball. Taryn Wagstaff, the point guard. Amber Lowe left side on the wing. Robbins the other wing on the right side. In the post, it's Sowers and Archuleta for Evanston, rounding out that top 5. Robbins has it, gives it left side to Lowe. She's well outside the three-point line, puts the ball down onto the ground, guarded by Schutzman. Step fakes, looking for a pass, finds Wagstaff out on the right wing. Looking down into the post, up top instead, it's Archuleta. Forces Powell out of the post, goes to the left wing. Lowe looks down low. Powell comes away with a steal. Looking for Natalie Robbins. Powell covered about 7-8 feet of ground in no time to come away with that basketball. She has 5 blocks and now 1 steal in the game. Still no points for anyone on Cody though. Bauer looking down to Powell, and she's face guarded. A whistle blown, a foul finally coming in, and it goes against number 3-4. That's Hannah Sowers. Clock stopped at 3:12. Sowers picks up her first foul. Morgan Forconey checks in for Tori Schutzman. She has rarely ever come out of the game, but she was injured a week ago, and they were worried that she may have torn her ACL. It was just a knee ligament strain. Paige Powell on the line for a 1-and-1 and misses it. The seal still not broken. Nobody has scored for Cody. 3:07 remaining in period number 2. Sowers has it at the top for Evanston. Looking over to her right side, it's Wagstaff. Archuleta moves into the post, but with 5 blocks already, maybe 4 blocks already, you're going to look away from her. Now they do give it to Archuleta against Powell. Head fakes, gets it over her, and misses a little long. Rebound by Forconey. Cody basketball. Michaela Moss moving it across the timeline. Over on her right side. Crosses over, stops Goes down to the right wing. Down into the blocks. Up top. Bauer has it at the top of the key. Back to the right wing. Look down into the post. Powell, no-look pass. Out for three. It's Blau. Still can't make anything. A missed shot, and Hannah Sowers for the rebound on Evanston's side. 2:27 remaining in the first period, in the first half. It's 14-0 Evanston. Drive down baseline, spin around Wagstaff, gives it high post to Hannah Sowers. Up top, Amber Lowe takes it. Jump stops, looking for a passing made. Hands off on a curl to Robbins. Down to 2:05 left. Robbins crossover to her left, then to her right. Gets a screen, maybe a moving one by Archuleta. Back cut to Archuleta. Turns around, back up top, down to the left corner. It's Wagstaff. Head fakes, Taryn has Amber Lowe on a cut. Amber Lowe squirts through. Powell misses the shot but is fouled and headed to the free throw line. Amber Lowe with 2 shots upcoming. She has 4 points in the game. Excuse me, she has 2 points, responsible for 4 points. She had an assist. Now Hannah Sowers leading the way on points for Evanston with 4. Bank shot on the free throw by Amber Lowe goes in. She has 3. It is 15-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lowe has become such a reliable benchmate. She's really become the go-to scorer off the bench for the Lady Red Devils. Just a 56% free throw shooter, though. Misses the second. Powell skies up and grabs the rebound. It is 15-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston on top of Cody. Moss out to the left side. Shortsman. Moose fakes a 3, drives in, left block, and still can't make it. She was open, hit off the front rim. Rebound by Natalie Robbins. Down to 1:37 left in the first half. Amber Lowe on the right wing, up top to Hannah Sowers. Out to the left side. It's Robbins on the corner. Robbins up top. Wagstaff tries another 3. Misses off left side. Rebound chased down by Tessa Blau. Powell, one-handed baseball pass up ahead to Michaela Moss, looking for some fast break points. Natalie Robbins is run over, but she is called for the blocking foul. We'll let that clock continue to run. It's at 1:12, so we'll let it catch up here. Again, I'm running the clock on some little buttons I've set up. I've tried to work around the NFHS restrictions and them trying to take the scoreboard away from us, saying that that would be video. Well, this isn't their video. This is our own creation, recreating it. Michaela Moss at the line for 1 and 1. That was foul number 8 on the Evanston team. And the free throw misses. Rebound to Evanston. 1:10 left, and Evanston still pitching a shutout in the first half. Corey DeRue dribbles it, bounce pass to Archuleta, step inside the three-point line, bounce pass back outside to Natalie Robbins. 1 minute remaining. Out to the left corner, it's Amber Lowe. Up top to DeRue. DeRue to the right side, Zosha Novakoski. High post fake pass, instead it's to the right corner. Robbins penetrates, drives in, then dishes back out to the left wing. DeRue into the free throw line. Finds Robbins, short corner on the baseline. Nothing but net. And Natalie Robbins gives the Red Devils a 17-0 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Robbins with 6 points in the game. Blau, high post to Paige Powell. It's Cody basketball. Zosha Novakoski fouls her. Reach out, 1 and 1 free throws upcoming. 28 seconds remaining in the first half. That was foul number 9 on Evanston, so still 1 and 1. Foul number 2 on Novakoski. Powell on the shot, and there it is. Cody has scored. 1 point. Comes 27.4 seconds remaining in the first half. Set for the second. It's good. 2-0 on 2 for 2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board for Paige Powell. The score is 17-2. Evanston basketball down to 20 seconds to play. Lowe fakes to the right. Looks over left side, still no one to pass to. Finally finds Robbins on the right wing. Skip to the left wing, it's Archuleta. Bobbles the handle, gives it back to Novakoski. Down to 8 seconds left. Robbins looks back at the clock, 25 feet away from the hoop. Drives in left side, up against Powell. Bounce pass to Archuleta. Another block by Paige Powell, and the half ends 17-2. Evanston on top for Paige Powell in the quarter. She had 3 blocks in the first, 3 in the second, 6 in the game, but only 2 points, and that accounts for everything on Cody's scoreboard. 17-2 as we head to the half. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online with the audio stream at mylocalradio.com.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock. Stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Halftime here at Cody High School. Wow is all you can say. Jake Hibbert joining you, 17-2 at the end of 2 periods. Evanston on top of the Cody Phillies. Boys will be coming up after this, and we're going to hear from Jacob Kraft, head coach for the Cody Bronx. After this break, we'll hear from him because I appreciate these guys getting back to me and getting all their interviews in. I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to fit that in pregame for the boys, so to guarantee that interview gets in, we'll look ahead to the boys contest with Jacob Kraft after this. But first, let's look back at the first half of this contest. Paige Powell has 3 times as many blocks as she has points, which is to say she has 2 points, which is the same amount Cody has on 6 blocks. 3 in the first quarter, 3 in the second. She's commanding down low in the post. She's taking away a lot of points down there, but Evanston's defense is absolutely stifling. Cody can't get anything away. And let's not say they haven't gotten any open shots, because they have. They've just have not had any to go. Evanston has done an excellent job in cutting off lanes, getting a 10-second call, stealing the ball in the backcourt, all that good stuff, but rebounding as well has worked. But Cody has just flat out missed some wide open shots. So it's a 15-point game at the half. But it could be fool's gold if Evanston comes out cold. They only got 17 points up. That's up on pace for 34. They usually need to get 40 to get a win in a game. So we'll see how that works. I can't imagine Cody's going to be held to 4 points in a game. They have not scored a field goal all contest long, and their defense has not been nearly as stifling as Evanston's had for Cody. Really, Paige Powell down in the post. That's been the majority of the defense for Cody in this contest. Scorers, Natalie Robbins has 6 points for Evanston, and then 3 players with 3 points. Ashahana Archuleta hit her first 3 of the year. Taryn Wagstaff, I believe, also hit her first 3 of the year. No, Wagstaff, that was her 3rd of the year for Archuleta. That makes her now 1 of 4 on the season. And the other player with 3 points, Amber Lowe, 1 of 2 shooting from the free throw line and a field goal. Also an assist. Hannah Sowers with 4 points in the game, and Natalie Robbins with 4. as well. So I misattributed 2 of those points from Robbins. I just wrote down on the scoreboard wrong. So Robbins has 4 points. Hannah Sowers has 4. Paige Powell's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Tessa Blau is 0 of 1 from the line. And Michaela Moss 0 of 1 from the line. That's all of your shooters for Cody. This is incredible. 4.5 minutes until the start of the second half. When we return, we will hear from head coach of the Cody Bronx, Jacob Kraft. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Jacob Kraft, head coach for the Cody Bronx, and you get to host regionals in your first year up in 4A. But let's start right there. That's got to be a nice thing to come into, that at least you don't have to worry about hotels, travel, and really you get to have the parents be in charge of the kids for a couple of days as opposed to you're trying to wrangle them in.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those are just less things to worry about as a coach, and sleeping in our own bed, shooting in our own gym. Definitely provide some much needed opportunities for our kids.
You got to finish off the regular season on the right foot too. You get a win over Riverton, and their wins have been hard to come by this year. I was reading about this victory. Came from behind at the start of the fourth quarter, and then kind of took a lead halfway through, and then held it the rest of the way. What was going right for your team in that game?
We finally put 4 quarters together, and we've dug ourselves holes in other games, and I just felt like, the kids responded to adversity. I think we're down a couple times with stretches of 7, 8, 9 points, and instead of letting that thing get out of hand, I thought our kids responded really well. We came out of timeouts and responded and brought the game within reach, and then took control at the end. And that's something that our team has struggled with in our close games this year, of making sure that we finish off in the fourth quarter, and fortunately we were able to do that. And of course, going into the regional, that's best case scenario for our kids, who've really scratched and clawed their way into every game that they possibly could.
You get to take on Evanston, and you've seen them once before in your gymnasium. You've had a whole week to prepare for them. What were your focuses on that team getting ready for that one contest?
It's good that we've seen that team in Evanston. They're well coached. They've got a lot of pieces, and we got our hands full, certainly. Leading off probably with what's inside. With your size, with Evanston's size, that poses quite a threat to us. It certainly did in the first game, and we just need to try to minimize second chance opportunities on the offensive end for them. Basically we got to block out. On the guard side, it just seems like kids take care of the ball very well for Evanston. They share the ball well and can be effective from the perimeter. So, we're going to have to play a complete game to come out on top against Evanston. And being in our gym and our crowd and at a regional, who knows?
This is a little bit off the topic of basketball, but it's happening in the gymnasium. Is your band going to be playing during your contest? Do you get them in the home court advantage as well?
Yeah, and the rumor is they're moving up a level.
Mm-hmm.
Typically in the last couple of years, our band has kind of dominated the 50-yard line in our gym at half court, and that band for sure will be playing, is what I understand. It's just they won't be the, it does raise quite a bit of noise and makes quite an atmosphere, and I think they're going to move upstairs and let some people have some premium seating.
I know they're brand new to 4A, but you might be a little biased, but they got to be towards the top of the best bands in the state, don't they?
Yeah, Mr. French, the band director, does a tremendous job for us, and it's something that I do after every home game. I go thank him, shake his hand, and tell him thank you. I mean, their percussion is pretty loud, and their enthusiasm, and it's great that we have that kind of atmosphere at Cody High School, and that kids are that excited about our sports programs.
Okay, final question for you. Back to the basketball court. First few minutes of Evanston.
Welcome back to Cody High School, and the second half is underway. Evanston on top, 17-2 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston, the undercard, the number 3 seed in this opening round of the 4A West Regionals. The Red Devils get the opening possession, and Kaylin Hyatt travels with it, giving it back to Cody. Paige Powell, Morgan Forconi, Tessa Blau, Michaela Moss, and Tori Schutzman is back in for the Cody Bronx. That's the starting 5 in the second half. Powell has it down low to Forconi, and immediately some points on the board for Cody. Forconi gets a 2 on the high-low look down, 17-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Forconi left wide open in the left blocks. Extra attention being played high post to Paige Powell well enough, and that's going to be good, but if Powell finds the open person, it's going to be tough to defend. Down low from Archuleta. It's Robbins fading away, and it rims out. Hannah Sowers comes down with the rebound, stays with Evanston. On the court for the Lady Red Devils, same starting 5 as well. Robbins down low to Sowers, back outside Robbins, fakes it, goes in, steps side the three-point line, missiles, rattles out. Paige Powell comes down with the rebound, knocks it out of the hands of Archuleta. Powell takes it across the timeline herself. It's Hyatt, Sowers, DeRue, Robbins, and Archuleta on the court for Evanston. Michaela Moss on the right wing. Throws down into the post. Powell double teamed. Dishes back outside. Moss fakes to the top of the key, then bounce passes low to Powell. She turns around, fades away. It's off to the left. Ball down on the ground. Archuleta and Blau tie up, and a jump ball called. Possession arrow will stay with Cody. 6:36 left in the third period. 17-4 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. No, that's not a typo. I'm not just forgetting as I am running the scoreboard today. No, it really is 17-4 in the third quarter. Inbound to Schutzman. Baseline drive. Gets a step on Hyatt, but dribbles it off of her foot. Out of bounds and back to Evanston. Natalie Robbins inbounds to Kaylin Hyatt. Hyatt takes it across. Slow, no pressure on in the full court by the Phillies. Down to the left side, overthrows DeRue. Looking off to Corey DeRue, she just missed her. That calls a quick substitution as Hyatt heads to the bench with 6:25 left in the third period. Amber Lowe replaces her. Inbound to Michaela Moss. Full court pressure on for Evanston. Powell turns around, trapped on the sideline. Heave-ho, long 25-foot pass down to across the timeline to Blau. Michaela Moss opens up Schutzman. Schutzman misses long on a 3-ball. Powell chases down the rebound about the free throw line. Michaela Moss with it. Out to the left side. It's for Tessa Blau to Forconi at the top. Turns around, puts the ball down on the ground once. Calls for Schutzman to go down low. Looking to the pass. It's Paige Powell. It's knocked out of her hands into Corey DeRue. For Evanston, she fires it up ahead to Robbins. Finds Archuleta. Turns her out at the wing. Squip to the right wing. Amber Lowe backs up, gives it to DeRue on the right wing. 5:45 left in the second half, in the third period. A little pinball pass as Corey DeRue knocked it off a few people's knees, and it was last ruled out apparently by Cody, or a kick ball violation perhaps as well. It's Evanston basketball. Subs in, Britt Bauer replaces Tessa Blau for Cody. Robbins on the inbound. Knocked out of her hands in the intended pass for Archuleta. Michaela Moss on the run. Looking for Schutzman. Stolen away by Amber Lowe. The 5'3 junior has been a spark plug all year long for the Lady Red Devils. Had some big plays in the first period. Comes up with another big steal here in the third. 17-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Archuleta down low into the left block. Robbins goes to work. Gets it right over Britt Bauer. 2 more points on the board for Evanston, and it's 19-4 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 5:11 left in the third period. Powell trapped on the near side, so she goes over to Bauer. Schutzman has it on the left corner. Back to the left wing. Skip to the right wing. Moss given some space. Zone look by the Red Devils, and they're doubling on Powell. They're always holding on to her. The second she gets the basketball, a second defender goes off. Archuleta has it on the right wing. Forconi guarded by Archuleta. Powell dish out left side. Schutzman wide open for 3. 28% on the year is her Schutzman's accuracy clip, but she's by far led. That's 29 three-pointers on the season for Cody. 19-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Schutzman with her for Sowers. Sowers to the right wing to Robbins. Coming down on a screen, Amber Lowe gets it on the right corner. Guarded by Schutzman. Finds Archuleta. Step inside the three-point line. Misses high and long. Rebound Powell on the run. She's going against 3 players and may try to take it across herself. Slows up now into the half-court set. Michaela Moss takes it over to the right wing. It's Bauer. Back up top to Moss. A ton of open space. Schutesman calling for it on the far left corner. She's set up beyond the arc. Instead, they go down low to Forconi. Now Schutesman gets it. Drives in baseline. Spins around. Loses her dribble. Powell takes a long three on the wing. Misses off the front iron. Chase to keep the ball inbounds, and Michaela Moss does just that. Back to Powell. Then Schutesman on the left wing. Fakes twice on the wing on the shot. Blau will check in at the next dead ball for Cody. Novakoski and it looks like another player set to check in for Evanston. Double team. Powell rolls around, draws contact down in the blocks and headed to the free throw line. Clock stopped at 3:26. 19-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Paige Powell is 2 of 3 from the free throw line. First one hits front iron and then gets a kind roll forward. It's Sierra Burley and Novakoski coming in for Evanston. Robbins and Sowers are out. 19-8 on the Impact Physical Therapy board after the make by Powell. She has one more and it's a swish. 19-9. Evanston has been outscored in the period 7-2. And here was the concern. Were the Lady Red Devils going to be complacent, thinking that they could continue to hold Cody scoreless? Well, they certainly haven't been able to. It's Evanston basketball in need of a bucket. Sierra Burley bounce pass to DeRue on the right wing. 3:09 left in the third period. Bounce pass to Amber Lowe on the right side. Baseline dump and pump up. She's fouled as she goes up. And Lowe to the line for 2 shots. Foul on Michaela Moss is her first. Taryn Wagstaff to check in after this shot unless she's checking in for Lowe, the shooter. Amber, a 56% clip at the line, no good on the first. Wagstaff replaces DeRue. Quarter number 3, it's 19-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Lowe with one more and an early lane entrance, waves off what was a miss anyways. Novakoski came into the lane early, so the shot for Lowe and Evanston would not have counted either way. 3:02, pressure on for Evanston. Cody trying to break the press. They do. Blau takes it across the timeline, picks it up at the right wing. High post pass to Powell. Backs up, gives it off to Michaela Moss. Off to the left corner, it's Bauer. Back to Powell. Down low, look to Forconi. Reverse shot. Rejection by Archuleta. A foul comes in. Who's it on? Wait for the call. It looked like a clean block by Archuleta. Must have been on a push then. Maybe following the play on a rebound attempt. For Aja Hanna, that is her 3rd foul. Forces her to come out. Forconi misses on the first free throw, has one remaining. The Evanston boys, the number 1 team from the Southwest, taking on number 4 Cody right after this contest. Same stream. 0 for 2 trip by Forconi. Rebound, though, by Paige Powell. Phillies basketball. Moss at the top. Drives in baseline. Runs into Burley. That's got to be a charge. Sierra Burley draws it. Evanston basketball. Moss's 2nd foul. Tori Schutesman comes back in for Moss. Clock going at 2:30. Inbound to Wagstaff. Shakes it across. And a timeout taken by Coach Fessler. We'll take it with them. Evanston has scored just 2 points in the second half. Cody up to 7. 19-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar-S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar-S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talk to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
19-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, but Evanston has been held to just 2 points in the second half. 2:24 remaining in quarter number 3. A 7-2 run employed by the Cody Phillies. Evanston basketball in the red jerseys. Down low, Novakoski takes it across against Forconi and delivers in the left block for 2 points. First of the day for Novakoski. 21-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Blau left open. She drove forward into the blocks, but then run right over Natalie Robbins, who came in and closed late to cut off the lane to the block and draws a charge. I didn't think there was enough time that Robbins was there to warrant the charge, but it came in nonetheless as Blau really just did roll her right over. Full court pressure by Cody. Wagstaff takes the inbound. Finds Novakoski, far sideline, baseball pass right into the hands of Schutzman. Turnover to the hands of the Cody Phillies. Schutzman spins around into the lane, looking to find a passing mate, has Blau at the left wing. Back up top to Michaela Moss. 21-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Powell against a double team, doesn't care, spins around, finds herself open, and banks it in. 21-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. The first field goal of the game for Paige Powell. She has 6 points, make it 5 points today. Pressure again, Burley just behind the timeline. Deflected pass goes into the hands though of Wagstaff. Poke trap from behind, it's Moss. 1:30 remaining, a long 3 ball missed by Burley, and a rebound out of bounds, last touched off the foot of Schutzman. Between her and Novakoski, they were hand fighting for it. 21-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 1:26 left in the third period. Inbound, bounce pass to Novakoski. Off the glass, it's good again. Rebound nearly taken away by Evanston, but into the hands of Cody. So Novakoski loses, or misses, gets the shot to go, misses the and one. A rebound and a travel by Natalie Robbins gives it back to Cody. 23-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Baseline inbound for Michaela Moss. Cody basketball down by 12, 1 minute remaining. Long 3 by Schutzman, misses short. Robbins comes down with the rebound. She rips it out of the hands, and everyone by Cody on the fan section side said it was another travel. Novakoski on the right corner. It's Taryn Wagstaff at the top. Down to 44 seconds left. Sierra Burley on the right wing, up top to Robbins. Skips out to the left corner. Wagstaff looks into the post. Novakoski, 1 step off the glass, misses short, gets her own board. Rejection number 7 by Powell. Into the hands of Cody, but a travel called, gives it right back to Evanston. Block number 7 by Paige Powell, 5.7 blocks. 31 seconds left. 23-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Inbound to Natalie Robbins. Amber Lowe's holding on to it. Down to 25 seconds left. Lowe dribbles to her localradio.com.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer, and confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
If you haven't seen the huge selection of furniture and appliances at Kazin's, you've got to stop by. Is your mattress old and lumpy? We sell mattresses. Has your dishwasher quit doing its job? We carry a full line of kitchen appliances. Does your living room furniture look like it started out in your great Aunt Vi's house? We've got you covered. At Kazin's, you'll find great prices and everything you need to furnish your home inside and out. Stop in today. Kazin's, 800 Front Street, Evanston.
Welcome back to Cody High School. It's 24-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston basketball to begin the period. A 13-point lead. Apologies for the audio troubles we had the last couple of times down. I'm not sure what's happening, but my audio keeps getting knocked out for a second. Archuleta has it down low in the blocks, overshot it. Powell and Archuleta tumble down to the ground for the rebound. Powell comes up and goes away with it. Hannah Sowers very slow to get up as she went down to the ground as well. Paige Powell with the basketball. 30 seconds into the period. Tori Schutzman fakes, goes down low, rejected by Archuleta. To Archuleta's name, that is block number 2 of the day for her. 7:24 left in period number 4, just a few seconds in. Inbound to Cody. Paige Powell takes it high post, goes around a screen, backs up, free throw line shot, misses short. Robbins away with the rebound. Lets the defense go back a little bit, slows it down, taking it across the timeline. Robbins still with the basketball. DeRue on the left wing. Backs up. Bounce pass from DeRue up top to Robbins. Then to the right wing. Backdoor cut. Wagstaff found a wide open Natalie Robbins on the little alley-oop play. 6:53 left in the period, and Evanston has just taken a 26-11 lead in the quarterfinals of this 4A West Regional Tournament in Cody, Wyoming. Blau has the ball knocked out of her hands by Robbins, picks it back up, and then finds Michaela Moss. Moss over to Schutzman on the left wing. Whistle blown, timeout taken by Coach Van Noy. We'll take it with them. 26-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Cody down by 15 to the Evanston Red Devils. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
26-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Cody basketball. Michaela Moss giving it to Tessa Blau over on the right wing. Back up top to Moss. Finds Schutzman open. She drives from the free throw line down low into the paint and gets a hand check foul against Wagstaff. Taryn Wagstaff picks up foul number 1. Team foul number 3 is all with 6:21 remaining in the fourth period. What a game. Evanston held Cody without a field goal in the entire first half. Schutzman gives it out to Moss on the left wing. She tries a deep 3. Hits off the back rim. Rebounded by Robbins. Coach Fessler is yelling out rebound, and 2 Red Devils went up and grabbed it out of the air against no Cody Phillies. Down to about 6 minutes to play. Taryn Wagstaff has it at the 10-foot volleyball line. High post to Sowers. She works around to her right, then backs up at the right side. Over to the wing, it's Natalie Robbins with the basketball. DeRue opened up on a screen. Misses off to the left for a 3. It's Schutesman and Wagstaff with the rebound, jump ball called. Possession arrow with Cody. Clock stopped at 5:50. 26-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Michaela Moss takes it across the timeline. Looks over to Schutesman. Has it on the corner. Down low to Powell. Whistle blown off the ball foul. Foul on Archuleta would be her 4th if that's the call. It's on 3-4 though, Hannah Sowers. Instead, that's Hannah Sowers' 2nd. Rebound, inbound to Powell at the free throw line. She steps back, picks up her dribble, turns around, gives it to Blau on the right wing, then to the corner. Moss looking into Powell. Up top to Blau, open. Schutesman hesitant to shoot the 3 ball. She drives in again. Gets partially rejected, misses long. Robbins on the rebound. Stolen away by Schutesman, but then a foul called on Torrey. Foul number 6 on Cody. Clock stopped at 5:22. Score still 26-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Inbound to Wagstaff, to Archuleta, working against the press. It was foul number 2 on Schutesman. Wagstaff has it at the top. Down to 5-0 wait, a little bit of delay being employed by Evanston. Not trying to work anything too quick. They've been slow moving this whole second half, and why not with the lead that they've had? Right block, Sowers, then to the left wing. DeRue head fakes, backs up at the free throw line, then dishes right wing to Robbins. Down to the corner and then into the post. Sowers had it knocked out of her hands by Forconi. Picked back up. Archuleta at the top of the key. She's already hit 1 3 today. Won't try for another. Robbins to Sowers. Flashes into the post. DeRue step inside the three-point line from straight away. 1-2 points for Corey DeRue. 28-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. First bucket of the game for DeRue. Right side, Britt Bauer looks down into a double team Paige Powell. Sowers picks it up. Jump ball called as her and Powell go down to the ground. Clock stopped at 4:30 left. 28-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston basketball inbound to DeRue. She quickly finds Archuleta across the midline circle. High post shot fake, then gives back to Robbins. 4:20 left. Taryn Wagstaff to DeRue on the left wing. Up top, Archuleta. Evanston will move on if they can hold on to this game and play Star Valley tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the semifinals. Should they give away a lead and lose, they would take on instead Riverton. Archuleta down in the right blocks, going back to work, and this time getting Powell up into the air, and 2 more points for Archuleta. She has 5 in the game. 30-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Schutesman has it on the left wing. A 19-point advantage for Evanston. Cody has been unable to find any offensive firepower. Clock stopped on a foul by Evanston on Wagstaff. Schutesman was trying to drive in. Michaela Moss to inbound on the baseline for Cody. Sowers and Wagstaff down to the bench. Replaced on the court by Amber Lowe and Novakoski. Moss inbounds to Paige Powell. She's well behind the three-point line. Drives in left side, penetrates up on the blocks, misses long, and a late foul call against Archuleta. That came in after the shot hit off the backboard and fell out. It's Archuleta's 4th. 3:39 remaining as Archuleta picks up foul number 4. Do they leave her in or do they take her out? I think at this point, 19 points up, you roll the dice and try to keep her in. Paige Powell converts on the first free throw. Hannah Sowers does check in for Evanston, replacing Archuleta. That may be it for Ajahana. We'll see. 30-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Powell on a second. It's good. 2-for-2 trip by Paige Powell. Clock stopped at 3:39 left, and it's 30-13. a timeout. We'll be back. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Back at Cody High School, day one of the 4A West Regional Tournament. The Lady Red Devils of Evanston find themselves up as the number 3 seed to number 2 from the Northwest Conference, Cody. 30-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board, and a full court press on by Cody as Evanston inbounds. Corey DeRue has it for the Lady Red Devils, moving from right to left. The boys of this same matchup coming up after this contest will have that one for you as well. Again, a 17-point lead by the Lady Red Devils. They held Cody without a field goal for the first 17 or 18 minutes of the game. Out to the right wing, Corey DeRue has it. Flash into the post, DeRue still with the dribble. Poked at by Schutzman. Low, jump stops, 12-foot push shot, misses long. Paige Powell had the board but couldn't control it. Hannah Sowers puts it up, misses. Forconi has it. Poked at by Zosha. She gives it away as Cody holds on to it. Paige Powell will take it across the timeline. Down to 3 minutes to play. 30-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Michaela Moss with the basketball. Goes over to Britt Bauer on the right side. Powell wants it down in the post. Back outside to Bauer. Shoots from beyond the arc. Misses everything on it. Got a little bit of a backboard, and that's it. Evanston basketball. DeRue on the rebound. Running it across. Runs into a double team. Loses her dribble. Picks it back up. Goes down to the ground and gives it off to Natalie Robbins. Immediately back to DeRue. Coach Van Noy calling his defender, Michaela Moss, to come right out onto Corey DeRue and get the 5-second clock moving. DeRue dribbles it off her foot, gets it back, then delivers too low at the midline circle. There's 2:28 remaining in the contest. A 17-point lead. Low drives in, gets some space open, but then wisely passes back out to the midcourt line to DeRue, then back to Low. She drives in right wing. Down to 2:15 left. Playing the old keep-away game as Evanston is on pace to face Star Valley tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the semifinals of this 4A West Regional Tournament. That doesn't guarantee you a spot in the state like a day one win has always in 4A prior to this year. You got to win at least one more. That either being tomorrow against Star Valley or Saturday, one of the next two that you play. A pass out of bounds, and Schutzman boxes out Amber Lowe, so ball rolls out of bounds and it's back into the way of Cody. Down to 1:52 left. Now Archuleta checks in with 4 fouls. Replaces Zosha Novakoski. Wagstaff a late replacement as well. She comes in for Amber Lowe. It was about this mark when Cody made its comeback last time in this gymnasium to win 35-34, but that was a little bit different of a story. It was a 5-point advantage for Evanston, not a 17-point advantage. Powell to the top, out to Forconi. Excuse me, that's Schutzman. She misses a 3 short, and Archuleta has the ball go through her hands looking for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds, stays with Cody. Clock down to 1:38 left on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Boys coming up after this. We'll have all the action for that as well. Final game of the day is Green River and Rock Springs on the boys' side. That's scheduled to start at 8 p.m. Powell takes a 3 at the wing, misses long. Up for the board. A few Red Devils go up. Archuleta tumbles down to the ground, and Archuleta gives it into the hands of DeRue, so she wasn't able to come up with the board herself, but moved it into the right direction. 30-13, and Taryn Wagstaff holding on to it. 1:17 remaining. A 17-point lead, and the Lady Red Devils on the backs of their defense look to have done it one more time. A foul on Powell is her 3rd, I believe, maybe just her 2nd. It's the 2nd on Powell. She has 8 points in the game. That's bested only by Natalie Robbins, 9. This has been anything but an offensive output of the game. A combined 43 points. See the boys for both sides ready to exit the locker room and come out onto the court. That game will come up about 10 to 12 minutes following the completion of this one. It's Archuleta at the free throw line as she was fouled by Powell. New player checking in for Cody. Isabel Radakovich comes in for Paige Powell. Radakovich has played in one game prior. Maggie Moore checks in for the Lady Red Devils. And you know what that means is they're emptying out that bench. Bailey Porter in as well. The Lady Red Devils will be moving on to the semifinals. Freshman Stacia Barker would like to move into the game. She's going to need Archuleta to make a free throw to do so. And Archuleta obliges on the first. One more upcoming. 31-13, inverse scores and an 18-point advantage. One more free throw by Archuleta, and she will come out and get a round of applause, some high fives from the bench. Sierra Burley and Kaylin Hyatt also into the game. Archuleta makes her shot, and Stacia Barker enters the game. .109 remaining. Tori Schutzman across the timeline for Cody. It's 32-13. The Lady Red Devils a 19-point advantage. Lake Harrison has it up top to Schroeder. Schroeder to Schutzman, nearly stolen away by Hyatt. Down to 53 seconds left to play. Harrison to the right wing, gets a screen, roll down into Schroeder's hands on the blocks. It's good. 2 for Cody. Allison Schroeder does something that Cody's entire offense could not do in the first half, and that's get a field goal. Bailey Porter tied up, and a timeout called by Coach Fessler. Down to 35 seconds left in this game. 32-15. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on K9 Radio.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today. Ooh, yeah. 100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Just because you're a Final Four team as far as being in contention for a regional title, it does not guarantee you are into the state tournament. Evanston holding a 32-15 lead with 35 seconds left in the game. Needs a win either tomorrow or in their first game on Saturday to clinch a spot in the state tournament. They will play Star Valley tomorrow, and if they win, they're in the state title they're in the regional title and they have earned a state bid. If they lose, they will play either Rock Springs or Jackson for a right to earn a seeding into the state tournament as either a 3 or a 4 seed. Lake Harrison down low to Schroeder on the blocks. Misses off the glass. Barker with the rebound for Evanston. Into the hands of Burley. All Evanston needs to do is get it across the timeline, and that should be it. They do that. Maggie Moore has it back to Burley. The Lady Red Devils will win this one and move into the semifinals tomorrow at 5 p.m. 32-15. The final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board. Evanston defeats the home-standing Cody Phillies on the first day of the 4A West Regional Tournament. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll come back with the final stats on scores and get you set for the boys after this.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
Throughout life, we celebrate the important milestones with jewelry, like graduation with a class ring, a watch for Father's Day, wedding sets for the bride and groom, a strand of pearls for your sweet 16, mother's rings to celebrate family. Commemorate these milestones working side by side with your personal jeweler at Sievers Jewelers. When you want to say, I want this moment to last forever, say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Final score 32-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Scorers for Evanston led by Natalie Robbins with 11.7 by Ajahana Archuleta, 4 from Amber Lowe, 4 from Zosha Novakoski, 2 from Hannah Sowers, and 2 from Corey DeRue. For Cody, 8 points from Paige Powell and 7 blocks. Wasn't enough, though. Just 15 points in all for Cody. 3 from Tori Schutzman, held below her 11.5 point per game average. 2 from Tessa Blau and 2 from Allison Schroeder in garbage time. Evanston held Cody without a point until 27.4 seconds left in the second period. It wasn't until the second half when Cody got its first field goal. Evanston moves on to the semifinals to play Star Valley tomorrow at 5 p.m. Kelly Walsh and Green River at 3:30 in the other semifinal contest. Riverton versus Cody at 10:30 a.m. in an elimination game. Jackson and Rock Springs before that at 9 a.m. As we move on to the boys game, we have 2 more quarterfinal games left. Up next, it's Evanston versus Cody. We'll be back with Coach Lex Cornea after this extended post-game break.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
When you hit the bullseye playing darts, it's a great thing. When a rock hits your windshield and creates a bullseye, it's a bad thing. A small bullseye in your windshield can grow into a monster crack that covers the whole window. T-Bar Body Shop in Evanston fixes rock chips. If the rock chip in your windshield has already grown into a giant crack, T-Bar Body Shop can fix that too. When it comes to window repair or replacement, make sure you always hit the bullseye. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call us today, 789-2639.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Sievers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Sievers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Sievers. Sievers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
When you look good, it helps you to feel good. When you look good, it changes the way others see you and the way you feel about you. To help you look your best, Joe's Modern Cleaners in Evanston offers dry cleaning services. Shirts and slacks and dresses last longer when they are dry cleaned. The colors stay vibrant longer. You will feel your best when you know you look your best. And you will look your best when you have the professionals at Joe's Modern Cleaners dry clean your apparel. Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
We each have 168 hours in every week. When you exercise 2 to 3 hours a week, everything about your life gets better. I know this from personal experience. This is Ben Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston. 2 to 3 hours of exercise per week will help you feel better, you will have more energy and confidence, your clothes will fit better, and the list goes on. Set yourself up for success. Visit Flex Fitness today and let us help you achieve a more healthy lifestyle. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
Receive the best service in the industry when you lease or purchase office equipment from the professional, friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions. With a guaranteed quick turnaround time, we will save you money, time, and energy with quality products and customer service that is unmatched in the industry. Serving customers in Wyoming and Utah, Mountain West Business Solutions is a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925. Call us today.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
It's time for regionals. I've got Lex Cornea, head coach for the Red Devils, and you go to Cody to play Cody for a second time. First, though, let's go back to that game that I'm sure you want to talk about, Jackson. 16 points in overtime. That was really, from my assessment, a symptom of momentum that Jackson got early, and a lot of times whoever scores first in an overtime period in high school seems to really go ahead and win those games. But that game as a whole, win or lose, what was your message and impression coming out of that game despite the last minute and a half of it?
Well, I mean, we turned the ball over a ton, and Jackson played well. But when you give them extra possessions, you know, they're going to play well. I felt like we got beat up on the offensive board some, which, you know, Fairbanks is the leading rebounder in the state. But we had prepped for that going in, and we kept him off the glass here. We didn't do that there. And when you have a team that's hot, you know, very similar to some of the teams we'll see this weekend, and you give them extra possessions, it's tough. Plus, I felt a lot of good looks that we just didn't finish. We got the ball where we wanted it and just couldn't convert. Had a couple breaks that we came up empty on, and it just gets really hard to win. So, you know, I think these guys are taking it with good perspective, though, which if they can do that, then, you know, it might be something that actually helps us. It can wake us up and make us know that, hey, you got to grind every single possession. We've had a couple games recently where shots are falling. You know, we've built up leads, and I think guys have gotten kind of comfortable in that they can do that. And the other night, that just wasn't happening. So, some perspective, we'll take it.
When I was talking to Coach Fessler on the girls' side after a 5-point win over Jackson, the first thing he said is, I think our girls came in and thought we're playing Jackson, we're going to win, and then they found themselves in a game in the last minute.
I think there's potential for danger this week on the Thursday opening round matchup against Cody for that, too, because Cody has 3 wins on the season. With that considered, do you think it was better to have had a game like that, maybe heading into the regional tournament to show the guys that we're really not too good for anyone?
Well, if that's what comes of it, that's great. I mean, we did not go up there planning to lose, and I think you can tell from the minutes we played, guys, we didn't play that game to lose. We played it to win and to go into regionals with momentum. I feel like we've kind of lost that momentum after Saturday, but if we can have perspective, like I said, then it's something that we'll try to use to our advantage. And as far as overlooking Cody, I think these guys, first off, I think are too smart to do that. But it's all Cody as far as our prep goes. We're not looking to next round. You hear it all the time, but it's one game at a time, and each game, your next one is the most important game you have, and our next game is against Cody on their home floor against the leading scorer in the state and a team that has been playing a lot better lately. So I think these guys know the work they have ahead of them, that, the 1 seed out of our quad doesn't mean a whole lot because teams have been so even, and, that we had to have a tiebreaker with Star Valley to get that. Star Valley played us tight. Green River played us tight twice, and nothing's guaranteed here. I even think a Kelly Walsh team, who's by far been the best team in our conference, the way teams are playing right now, they're not safe either. And nobody should be looking to next week because you got to get through this week.
Well, just as you said, you're not going to look ahead. I'm going to make you, because as the bracket sets up, Green River, Rock Springs, and Cody are all on your side. And I think as we look at who's got the tougher half for the first 2 games, I think it's Evanston, win or lose, because you're going to be playing either Rock Springs or Green River after you play Cody, a team that played you tight and is again at their home gymnasium. And then Green River, we know how tight that game was. And the one game against Rock Springs, they really played up against Evanston. Yep. Where do you see the matchups? Where have the matchups been a little more difficult in those contests throughout the year than against maybe some of the other games where you've had bigger margins?
Well, we struggle when teams go all guards against us. We have size on offense, but we also give up some quickness on defense. I think that Jackson exploited that. We had to go to a 1-post system quite a bit against Jackson just because of those matchups and some foul trouble. But, and teams like to play fast. That's not necessarily our strength. If we can dictate pace, then it works well for us. But when teams are able to play at the pace they want to against us, we struggle. It's tough matchups all the way through. No matter where you win, lose, you're playing somebody who can beat you. And I think these guys know that. I think they know the work ahead of them. But I see good body language today, seeing them in the halls today. I think, they know, we're a team that wants to be dangerous. We're nobody's favorite, even as the 1 seed. And we got the work cut out for them, but I think they're ready to work. So we'll take that.
Coach Cornia, thank you.
Thank you.
Moments before the opening tip-off here as we move that quarter 4 down to quarter number 1. Evanston versus Cody. Try it again. Evanston boys the homestanding team, even though they are literally not the home team. Cody in the road jerseys as the 4 seed from the Northwest. At center, it's Tristan Black tipping against Mason Ellingford. Tip goes up off the foot of Garrett Berger and into the hands of Ellingford. Gives it back to Berger, then to Lloyd. To Berger at the top of the key. Evanston moving from left to right. Starters for the Red Devils. 5'8" senior Garrett Berger. 5'11" senior Brady Hurd. 5'10" senior Seth Lloyd. And in the post, 6'5" and 6'7", a junior Mason Ellingford and a senior Lance Evans. Evans has it down low. To the right wing, it's Seth Lloyd. Back up top to Ellingford. Over to the corner. Brady Hurd. Down low looking back to Evans. It's stolen away by Coy Novakovic. Leva, Hunter Hayes, Tristan Blatt, and Heston Williams, the starters for Cody. Elijah Leva, the leading scorer in all of 4A at nearly 25 points per game. Out to the left side, Novakovic left wide open on the corner for a tray, and he drills it. 3-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as we are underway. Brady Hurd with the basketball across the timeline. Mason Ellingford gives it over right side to Berger. Berger had a season-high 19 points against Green River a few weeks ago. Seth Lloyd at the top of the key. Responds right back with a 3 of his own. Seth Lloyd shooting 41% from beyond the arc on the year. A minute into this contest. Don't look at the clock. We'll get that fixed as soon as we can. It's Heston Williams for Cody. Back to Novakovic. Back on the corner. Doesn't want a second three-point attempt. Back to Williams. Free throw line shot. Air ball. And knocked out of bounds by Tristan Blatt. Evanston basketball. Clock stopped at 6:42. That allows us, it gives a little bit of time to get that scoreboard clock caught back up again. We cannot use a scoreboard camera anymore. The NFHS and WHSAA said that is considered video coverage, so that's out. So we're using the digital thing that we have, and as best as I can run it while covering the rest of this game, doing the producing, keeping the stats and all that, we'll also add a scoreboard into it all. Garrett Berger down low to the left block. Turnaround shot. Ellingford fading away, gets 2 in. First 2 of the game for Ellingford. Evanston on top, 5-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Elijah Leyva will call off Coy Novakovic several times throughout this contest and run the point guard position himself. Behind the back dribble, up and under scoop shot, but nothing. He tried to go up amongst the trees, and nothing good came out of that. Garrett Berger tripped up. Ellingford picks up the pass. Brady Hurd has it on the left wing, skips it left, right side to Lloyd, but it's stolen away by Elijah Leyva. He dribbles, Luley loses his footing, and then a carry called on Leyva. Backs up, doesn't have any argument on that, as he knew that as he got tripped up, he had to recollect his handle and could not do anything of the sort. 5:54 left in the first period. Garrett Berger takes the inbound from Mason Ellingford. Coy Novakovic in the backcourt, shading Berger. Drives it across the timeline. Evanston moving from left to right over on that left sideline. Down low, looking for Evans, knocked out of bounds by Tristan Blatt. You can see a concerted effort to block Lance Evans down in the post and not allow him to get the ball, as Evanston, in their run of 5-game winning streak prior to the loss to Jackson, off the ball foul on Mason Ellingford before the inbound. Will give it back to Cody. Anyways, when Evans gets off to a hot start, Evanston has a great game, and that's clearly what Cody's trying to avoid today. The clock is now caught up to what it reflects on the scoreboard and on the Impact Physical Therapy board here on the court at Cody High School. Hunter Hayes has the basketball up top to Coy Novakovic. Hurd comes out quickly. He's got the duty of guarding Leyva today, and Leyva fades away, misses. Great defense by Brady Hurd. If he can hold Leyva to 17 points or fewer like he did last time, he's on pace to get another Dr. McKay Franken Precision Play of the Game. Dr. McKay Franken Precision Play of the Game in the girls contest went to Natalie Robbins. We weren't able to get you that one as we were getting everything else set up, but Natalie Robbins, the recipient of the Dr. McKay Franken Precision Play of the Game. Leyva at the right wing tries to drive in. Double team comes in between Hurd and Berger. Gives it off to Blatt. Berger comes away with a steal, but no, it's a foul on a reach-in. First foul by Berger, second team foul for Evanston. 5-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston on top a couple minutes into this first quarter. Inbound goes to Coy Novakovic. Out to Leyva on the right wing. He shoots a deep 3 from the wing. It's up and no good. Evans comes down hard with the board, and a foul, loose ball, and a warranted one is Blatt from behind or Hayes in front, whatever you want to call it. Either way, foul goes against Blatt on the over the back. It could have been on either one, as it was a dangerous play for Evans. First foul for Cody. 5-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Garrett Berger throws it across the timeline to the far sideline. It's Brady Hurd with it. Face guarded by Hayes. Up top, it's Garrett Berger. Berger holding on to it 20 feet away from the hoop. On the right wing, Seth Lloyd looks up top, then looks down low. Being fronted, Evans catches the ball, fades away off the glass. Does it count, or is it a travel? A travel called on Evans. He tried to get a fadeaway basket up, and he never put the ball down on the ground. Had probably a step and a half, so can't disagree with that one too much. Back into the hands of Cody. 5-3, still the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Novakovic with it, over the left wing to Leyva. Gets a screen, moves away from it, drives in, double team. Evans helping out with Hurd. Back up top, Heston Williams goes out to the right side. Coy Novakovic with the lone bucket for Cody has the basketball. To Blatt, drives in, free throw line, handoff to Hayes. He hit a couple of threes in the last contest. Evanston played against them right here at Cody High School. Deep 3 again by Leyva, misses it long. And like I said, when you look at Elijah Leyva, he shoots 31% from 3. You almost think, well, he's not really that accurate. That's not the problem. He's a very accurate shooter. It's his shot selection that needs improvement. Mason Ellingford will inbound with 3:55 remaining in the first period. Garrett Berger, the first to come out for Evanston, replaced by the junior Dawson Crofts. And whoa, look at this. Dawson Crofts has got a haircut. He's had that mop up top all year long, but no, clean shaven all the way around. Crofts with the short hair looking pretty sharp. Out to the right corner, Seth Lloyd takes a deep 3. Misses it off the front of the iron. Ball goes down to the ground. Lloyd comes up with the board, fires it to Ellingford. He misses a lay-in, no good. Elijah Leyva with the inbound, with the rebound, taking it across himself. On the left wing, thought he may try to pull up and shoot. He's 0 for from beyond the arc so far. 0 for 3 overall. 3:22 left. Novakovic over to the right side, down low, into the blocks. It's Duncan Radakovic down. Going to work on the right blocks. Radakovic gets 2 and ties it up. 5-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Brady Hurd double dribbled. He didn't really double dribble, but that was the call. And again, disagree. He got a bad pass, had it kind of pop out, down to his hands, pick it back up, and then tried to dribble again with it. And that was where the call came in. Cody basketball, moving from right to left. Navy blue jerseys, gold numerals, and white and gold trim. Hayes has it. Left wing, it's Novakovic. Up top, Leyva makes a quick stutter step on the wing. High dribble, spins around. 5-second clock's working. Hurd stays with him. Skips to the left corner. Up high, turn around. Radakovic takes it. Hands off to Hayes. He goes around in a curl. High post, misses long. Crofts on the rebound. Loses the ball. Hunter Hayes is fouling. Hayes called for the foul. Number 2 on Cody. Hayes is first. .245 left in the first period. 5-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. What a low score we've had. It was a tight game last time these two played, especially in the first 2 periods. Seth Lloyd takes it across the timeline, picks it up at the free throw line, gives off to Crofts, screens for him. Crofts dishes back to the left wing. It's Lloyd. Back to Crofts. 2:27 left in the first period. Takes a screen this time from Braxton Lynn, getting some early action for the Devils. Out to the right corner. Crofts catches, shoots, misses off the handle. Rebounded by Hayes. Novakovic slows the pace for Cody. The Bronx, the 4 seed, but coming off of a win in their senior night in the Northwest Conference over Riverton, 59-56. Free throw line shot to Radakovic. He dishes back to Hayes, loses his handle, gets it back up, off to Novakovic on the right corner. Down low, Black catches 4 feet away, off the glass a little bit hard. Good defense closed by Lynn. Crofts another tough rebound, averages 2.8 per contest. Brady Hurd taking it across for Evanston. 1:48 left in the first period. 5-5 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Out to the right corner, it's Seth Lloyd. Looks down into the post, then dishes off left wing. Crofts wants another 3. Ups, misses long. Leyva comes down with the rebound, running with it. Doesn't have numbers, but may try to go into the lane either way. 2 big step, double clutch shot. Falls down for Elijah Leyva. Through the trees, Leyva goes, but this time it's good. 7-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Leyva had a career high 39 points on the second to last game of the year against Powell on the Thursday. That was the 21st. On the 23rd, he responded with 35 in the win over Riverton. Crofts takes it down into the lane, gets hand checked, no call, and they wave it off, or a late call here. He got hit hard going into the lane, no shot, but the foul on Novakovic is whistled. I know in regionals they kind of swallow the whistles, and for good reason. You want to have the players decide it, but that was certainly a foul that needed to be called. Caleb Pryor makes his first entrance today for Cody. Hunter Hayes to the bench. Inbound intended for Braxton Lind. Knocked right back out of bounds. Clock stands at 1:05 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Seth Lloyd to inbound. He'll be on the near sideline 3-point line on that inbound. Tosses up high to Crofts, then to Berger. Berger waits for Lloyd to come around on the corner. Down low to Evans, back outside. NBA range 3 by Lloyd, misses long. Rebound goes into the hands of Elijah Leyva. 55 seconds left as Leyva takes it across, moves from right to left. Spins around, fades away against Berger. Misses a little bit off to the right side. Lind had the rebound, but then lost it. Lind, a 6'4 sophomore, seeing some early playing time. On the year, he has a handful of contests for Braxton that he appeared in, 7 overall out of the 21 contests for Evanston this year, so not a whole lot of experience. 47 seconds left in the first period. Evanston trailing Cody 7-5 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Here's some pressure in the full court being employed. Inbound to Berger. Novakovic backs off a little bit, finds Evans, then back to Berger. Berger takes it across at 40 seconds left. Hands it off to Seth Lloyd. Up top to Lynn. On the key, Radakovic drives right against him. We got a noisemaker in the crowd, but Cody, the home team, may get away with that. That being an artificial noisemaker, those usually banned in high school events. Behind the back dribble by Seth Lloyd. Drive in, double clutch shot, misses short. Evans can't haul in the rebound. Crofts chases it down, though. Into the lane. Shot up, rejected by Caleb Pryor, but a foul on Pryor as well. 2 shots up coming for Dawson Crofts. Crofts, he's seen his offensive output plunge over the last month and a half of the year, but he's being aggressive in this first quarter, seeing extended time with Mason Ellingford and Brady Hurd down on the bench. Crofts to the line for his first shot. It's in. 1 point contest. Evanston down by 1 to Cody. Dawson, a 69% free throw shooter on the season. Foul number 1 on Caleb Pryor. Crofts goes 2 for 2. Tied up 7-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. There are 14 seconds left. I apparently let that scoreboard run out. Garrett Berger steals the inbound. Lets Leyva go by, and 2 more points on the board on the transition bucket by Garrett Berger. Down to 4 seconds left. Another steal, but Berger will be whistled for this foul. Leyva comes up a little bit lame. That's all right. I think he was just reeling from tripping and not wanting to hurt a wrist there. Brady Hurd checks in for the final 3 seconds. Cody basketball. Novakovic at the midline for an inbound. Look for Leyva to come around off of a screen and get the inbound pass. Instead, it's to Radakovic. Down to 2.6 seconds left. Ball knocked out of bounds by Lloyd. Back to Cody once again. Heston Williams. No, it's back to Novakovic to inbound. Still trying to get Leyva open. Inbound goes to Pryor, to Novakovic. 1 second left. Heave-ho from 30 feet away, no good. And at the end of 1 quarter, it is 9-7, Evanston on top of Cody on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
If you want your truck to really catch the eye, have the professionals at Plains Tire in Evanston install a custom lift kit with new tires and wheels. We've got a huge selection to choose from, so no matter what your style is, we've got the tires and wheels to make you smile. The way your truck looks reflects on you. Get the reflection you want with a lift kit, new tires, and wheels from Plains Tire in Evanston, the tire professionals. 157 Bear River Drive. Stop in today.
Second quarter begins with a Cody basket by Elijah Leyva. Mid-ranger drilled it, and Dawson Crofts takes the first possession for Evanston. Drives in to the sideline. A baseline shot from the blocks, no good. Leyva with the board. 25 seconds gone by in quarter number 2. Elijah Leyva takes a screen to the left side against Blatt. Up top, back to Heston Williams. 9-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Leyva with 4 points in the game for Cody. Has the basketball. Free throw line extended. Backs up out to the right wing. 40 seconds gone by in quarter number 2. Leyva working with it, not really looking to pass, just trying to get a screen. Deep 3 taken by him, and it's good. Elijah Leyva, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. All 3 have been kind of silly when you look at them from a distance, but 1 did go in. That's about what he shoots on the year, 31%. Almost a minute gone by in the second period. 12-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston trailing Cody. High post pass to Mason Ellingford. He saw extended minutes on the bench in the first period. Crofts takes a first stutter step and travels with it. That has become a gigantic issue for Dawson Crofts this year, is that first step travel call. I know Evanston's coaching staff has done extended film watching with him and saying, well, what are we going to do about this? And at this point, it seems like that's a bit ingrained into Crofts' games, how he plays, and maybe he's just going to have to work on it over the offseason and see what he can do with it. Leyva takes the inbound for Cody. Gets a double screen, goes to his right. Hands off to Novakovic on the right corner. Williams opened up at the top of the key. Doesn't look to shoot. Hands back to Leyva. Leyva averaging 25 on the year, coming off of back-to-back performances of 30-plus, of 39 and 35 in the final 2 regular season games of the year. Has 7 points in today's game and a 12-9 lead for Cody over Evanston. Blatt goes down to the ground before he travels with it, gives off to the corner. Novakovic dribbles it off of the foot of Blatt. 2 players down to the ground, Ellingford and Williams. Jump ball called, and it is possession arrow Evanston? Possession arrow Evanston. 6:20 remaining. Quarter number 2, 12-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Garrett Berger has Novakovic pestering him back in the backcourt. Stutter steps with the left hand, gets it across the timeline. Bounce pass from Lloyd down to Evans in the blocks. Still looking to get him going offensively. He's rejected. Rebound by Berger, no good as well. Blatt comes down with the rebound. Leyva takes it across, double team on him. High baseball pass up to Hunter Hayes on the left wing. Drives into the blocks, gives off to Williams. Works against Evans, tries to get him up into the air, misses. Evans comes down with the board on a second attempt. 5:50 left in the second quarter. Brady Hurd open on the corner, fakes a 3, walks with it himself. That's 2 travels in the first 2.5 minutes, not even, by Evanston. 1 by Crofts, 1 by Hurd. That just gives the ball back to Cody. Elijah Leyva has 5 points in the period for Cody, and that's the differential. It was 9-7. It now stands at 12-9 in favor of the Bronx. Double screen again for Leyva. Picks it up on the left wing this time, up top to Williams. Watch for a screen under the basket as Leyva then pops back out to the corner. Good defense by Evanston. They force it to the opposite side. Novakovic has it. Leyva takes it on the right corner. Shoots one up from deep, and it banks in. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that was a lot of luck by Leyva. Got a long bank shot. I don't think he called that one. But the momentum shifting nonetheless as a steal by Hunter Hayes ahead to Novakovic. Misses short, but Blatt gets the putback. It is 17-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 5:09 left in quarter number 2. And Evanston takes a timeout. We'll take it with them. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to regular exercise is finding time to get to the gym. This is Kim Carden, owner of Flex Fitness Gym. I've got great news. Now you can work out whenever it's convenient for you. The Flex Fitness Gym in Evanston is open 24/7 for members. With key card access, you can work out in our safe, clean gym using our professional equipment when it's most convenient for you. Don't let time hold you back anymore. Visit Flex Fitness today, 100 Yellow Creek Road, right next to Smith's in Evanston.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
17-9 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston basketball, the designated home team, playing on Cody's home gymnasium floor. Seth Lloyd takes it across the timeline. It's 1 versus 4 in this first of 2 final matchups on the bracket for Evanston. 1 versus 4 and then 2 versus 3 coming up after this. Green River and Rock Springs. Mason Ellingford gets his offense working finally on a little assist play from Seth Lloyd. Second bucket for Ellingford. It's 17-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Leyva with 10 points on the left wing, finds down low to the post. Radakovic left open, aired it out and knocked it too long. Berger can't get the board. Rejection from behind is a foul on Evans. Radakovic, the 6'4" sophomore, got an offensive board and went back up. Evans topped the ball, but a lot of times you get caught swinging and you do not get the benefit of the doubt. That's what Coach Corney is arguing with the referees. It's just a matter of appearance. A lot of times you come from behind, you extend that arm out. It's not going to be called for anything other than a foul. Radakovic misses on the first. 17-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 4:36 remaining. This period number 2. Radakovic has 2 points on a bucket in the first quarter, sets up for the second and makes it. 18-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Berger inbounds. Take it across himself. Into the game for the first time today, Cody Phillips guarding Berger. He dishes off to Hurd on the left wing. Up high, Evans looking down low, then drives in himself. A reach foul coming in quickly. It looks like against Radakovic or Blatt. Foul is number 2 on Tristan Blatt. 4:22 is where the clock is stopped at. Team foul number 6 for Cody. Inbound to Evans, then to Ellingford on the left wing. Lloyd thinks about a three. He's missed a couple long ones. Drives in, looks out to Evans. Knocked out of bounds by Blatt. Ball stays with the Red Devils. Blatt out of the game for Cody. Elijah Leyva had a quick breather. He'll check back in. Inbound attempted for a high sky up to Lance Evans. No good and stolen away. It's Novakovic with the basketball. Garrett Berger on him and tripping him up from behind. Sent Novakovic down to the ground as he crossed the timeline. That's a foul on Garrett Berger. Garrett Berger has 3 fouls. That's what led to Dawson Crofts and Braxton Lynch seeing such extended minutes in that first period. Berger takes a seat again. This time it's Lind entering the game for Evanston. Clock at 4:06. 18-11 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Hunter Hayes has the near side inbound just behind the timeline to Novakovic. 7-point lead as Novakovic looks over to Leyva. Then goes away, calls out the half-court setup. Halfway through this second period, Novakovic all alone, 25 feet away from the hoop. Goes over to the right side as Pryor. Back to Novakovic, well outside the three-point line. Forces Lind to come out and guard him. Pryor to Leyva. He'll back up to almost half court. It's Brady Hurd on him. That's the defensive specialist for Evanston. Leyva's such a quick guard. Hurd trying to stay in front of him. Spins around at the right wing, goes over to Pryor on the corner. Back to Leyva. Baseline drive. Looking to go up and under. Throws it right into the hands of Braxton Lind. Nice defensive play by Lind, the sophomore. Back Evanston's way. Hurd thinks about a three. Just 15% on the year. Ultimately ends up taking it and misses. Rebounded offensively by Mason Ellingford. He puts it up as fouled. No good, but 2 shots upcoming. Mason Ellingford on the year, just a 54% free throw shooter. He's a make one, miss one, make two, miss two sort of guy. He's a streaky shooter from the line. Setting up for the first. 3:18 remaining in the first period, and no good on the opening shot by Ellingford. Here we are again. Jackson got the best of Evanston, 72-60 in overtime. And what was the thing that we pointed that went wrong? Lance Evans never got his offense going in that game. Evans has not scored in this game either. Ellingford converts on the second free throw. He has 5 in the contest, 18-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. And really, I think Cody saw that and said, let's shut down the big 6'7" guys, sell out, and try to keep them from going inside first. Leyva. Step back three, no good. Missed shy on that one. He's 2 of 5 out there, maybe 3 of 6 now. He has 2 makes from beyond the arc, so I think 2 of 5. Offensive board by Leyva, and he drives in, is fouled, and headed back to the free throw line. Lance Evans picks up his 2nd foul. See what the bench does. A lot of times Coach Cornea will leave him in. Leyva good on the first. 19-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Leyva converts on the second. 3 minutes remaining. 20-19 on the Impact, or 20-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 12 points for Leyva. Evanston basketball. Lynn looks out on the corner beyond the arc. Still nothing. Hunter Hayes shutting down Evans. Deep three taken by Hurd. No good. Evans on the putback. Can't get it. Seth Lloyd, another offensive board. He's headed to the free throw line. Now that Lance appears to be in his own head. You can see him hanging his head down in his shoulder level. Couldn't get the ball early on. Now that he can get the ball, he can't convert. And those 9 points per game average, that's really more like 14 to 20 per game because Lance hardly scored the first month and a half of the season. Seth Lloyd no good on the first free throw. Evanston down by 8 points still. 20-12 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Second is up and falls. 3-possession game, Cody on top. 20-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Elijah Leyva takes it across. Double screen has become customary. Evans looking to get his offense going by defense, and he forces a steal. Poked the ball off Leyva, knocked it off of his knee, and went out of bounds. Back Evanston's way. 2:30 left. 20-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard as Seth Lloyd takes it across, looks down low to Ellingford, spins around to his right, fades away, push shot up, no good. Evans on the putback attempt, still nothing. Ball into the loose hands of Heston Williams. Put a body into Mason Ellingford on that play. Foul called and going Cody's way. Hand checking on 3-5. That puts Evans to the bench with 3 fouls. So not only has he still not scored, he'll have to sit the final 2:14 of it out. Dawson Crofts checks in for Evanston on top of it. That's team foul number 7 for Evanston. 1-and-1 free throw for Heston Williams. Williams misses. Rebound Lind. 20-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 2:07 remaining in the half. Lloyd gets a screen at the top by Ellingford. Dishes out to the right corner. Crofts had it. Gives it back to Lloyd. Looks for a screen and then goes back to the right wing to set up. Lloyd going to work on a reject. Fades away against Leyva. Misses. Lynn can't pull the rebound down. It's Elijah Leyva getting the defensive board for Cody. Bounces it back to Radakovic. Down to 1:40 as Novakovic takes it back. I said Radakovic, it's Novakovic out there. Hayes, bounce pass to Novakovic, 1:30 left. Out to Leyva on the corner. Has Hurd face guarding him, backs up, and then moves back to the fan section, all the way back 25 feet away from the hoop. 1:20 left. Leyva to Hayes on the near sideline. Bounce pass to Williams. Looks for the cut. Gets it into Williams. He's fouled or traveled with it. One of the two. The travel is called. Cody Phillips checks into the game. He replaces Caleb Pryor. 1:15 remaining in the first half. It's 20-13 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Seth Lloyd calling out instructions to Dawson over on the right wing. Crofts goes down under the basket on a screen. Ellingford down into the blocks. Hurd backing away. Face guarded by Hayes up top. Lloyd thinks about a 3, then drives into the free throw line. Fading away off the glass. It's in. 20-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Fancy footwork and a smart decision by Seth not to force up the 3. He's good finishing in the lane. He's a strong player, a 3-year football starter, is both a linebacker and a quarterback. Uses that strength in basketball as well. A deflected pass by Mason Ellingford puts it back Evanston's way with 37 seconds left. No look pass from Lloyd to Lynn. No good on the short corner, just a little bit too open. Novakovic with the rebound. It's Cody basketball. 20-15, final 30 seconds of the half. Novakovic in no hurry as he walks across, guarded by Crofts. Bounce pass to Williams, sees some space, spins around against Ellingford, pushes up a shot, misses shy. Leyva with the rebound in the loose ball. And a double dribble called against Elijah Leyva. Turns it back Evanston's way. Fortunate for Evanston because the shot fell for Leyva. 13.4 on the clock. Evanston inbounds. It's Lloyd to Hurd. Spins around and Heston Williams got a mighty bounce at the body of Williams on Hurd. It looked like Heston was coming in to spear Brady, trying to lay out horizontal to grab the pass at about the timeline. Sends Brady Hurd to the free throw line. Brady's played the better part of this season with a broken right hand. Had the wrap on for a little while, and that kind of took his shot away. He was basically just a defender. Takes a 1-and-1 free throw. He's become the go-to free throw maker for Evanston on the season in the last month. Since this contest in Cody with that make, he's 17 of his last 19 from the free throw line. For one more, Hurd is up and in. Make it 18 for his last 20. 8 seconds left. Cody basketball's Novakovic. Down to the baseline. Bounce passes into the body of Dawson Crofts. He'll throw it down to Evanston's side to let the half run out. And it's 17-20 after 2 quarters. Evanston climbs back after trailing big, but still is down 3 points to Cody at the end of 2 periods. It's 20-17 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston, whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating. at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., but we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Uintah County School District Number 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District Number 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District Number 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same-day and next-day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Hello, Miss Susan Siamese Cat.
Dr. Dog, I'm here because my perfectly shiny fur has lost its shimmer, and I don't have the energy I did as a kitten.
Miss Susan Siamese Cat, I recommend that you start taking the Feline Daily Multi-Chews from PetMinerals.com immediately. Your good health isn't a yarn ball to play with.
Dr. Dog, you always make me feel better.
Log on to PetMinerals.com today and get your feline supplements ordered today.
Welcome back to Cody High School. It's 20-17 at the half as the Cody High School band. Yes, they are here and they are loud. We talked about them with Coach Kraft prior to the contest. Evanston trailing by 3 with 7 points from Seth Lloyd, 5 from Mason Ellingford, and 2 from Garrett Berger, Brady Hurd, and Dawson Crofts. On Cody's side, Elijah Leva has 10, 3 from Coy Novakovic, 2 from Tristan Blatt, and 3 from Duncan Radakovich. Joined by Coach Fessler after as fine a defensive performance as we've seen all year. They did not score a field goal, that being Cody, until about 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left, something like that in the third period. They had 2 points in the first half. Could you have imagined a first half going any better than it did for your team?
No, you know, we did just enough scoring. We needed to score more, but proud of the execution. We had a good game plan again. You know, we had a 2-3 zone we've been working on. We didn't have to go to that. We just bottled them up. They missed, they missed some shots. They missed one-on-ones that would have helped them. But I'm just proud of the girls of the focus. And, I've been talking about know your personnel, know who you're guarding. And we had different jobs. If you're guarding this girl, you're here. And so they did a great job. And solid defense. I mean, we just bottled them up all night long.
I thought that if Paige Powell had 3 times as many blocks as Cody had points in the first half, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Turned out she had 6 blocks in the first half, 2 points for Cody. I can't believe it. I mean, this was 24 points, 27 seconds left when a free throw finally went for him. At what point did you see that your team really had it defensively? Was it early on, or was it a few possessions in you thought they're really on point?
No, I knew with their energy level right from the beginning, I knew we were locked in. I really did. And we had a lapse at the start of the third quarter. There's about a 3-minute lapse where we weren't playing like we were. And I called the timeout, and right after that timeout, we were back in where we needed to be.
There's been some crazy games today. This was the first one that was crazy by a factor that wasn't just shocking. Riverton was tied with Star Valley after the first half with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Jackson was up on the Kelly Walsh girls 29-14. And then a team is held without a field goal in the first half. It's been a crazy day of the first day of the regionals. It seems like this happens so much on a day like this, and then things kind of settle back into where they should be. What do you think it is about a day one at a regional tournament where you just see certain teams playing up so much like your girls did today, like Jackson and Riverton did?
I think those teams have nothing to lose, and they're just here playing hard, and I think the higher seeded teams come out a little tight this first game. You know, when you really do have nerves. Coaches have nerves. The players are nervous, and so I think that has something to do with it. Those other teams have nothing to lose, and at this point, you watch so much film, it's tough to score. They know your weaknesses, they know your players' weaknesses, and it's it's tough. And I don't know the scores on the other side, but over on our side, it's all low.
Yeah, Central was beat today by
Central lost
by whoever. No, it was the boys. Central boys lost to Campbell County. That's a little less surprising. No, I don't know the scores on that because they got started about the time I was here setting up. But I was watching or listening to so many of these games today. You have Star Valley Evanston tomorrow. You get to face them a 4th time. And again, it's a game. It seems like a game for your girls where it's not like you have nothing to lose, because if you win, you have a whole lot to gain. And tomorrow, if you lose, then you got a whole lot to lose the next day. But do you feel like a game like that is the perfect way to come in against a Star Valley team after playing so well against Cody?
Yeah, we've got to be better at guarding them and knowing who we're guarding. We gave up 7 threes both times we played them, and we can't do that and beat Star Valley. So we've got to do a better job of containing them offensively. They're so good, and I think we're going to make their post beat us. We're not going to double down, and we're just going to see if our post can. But last game, I thought it was all about toughness. They got every loose ball. They got 3 or 4 offensive boards, and it was a 14-point game. We got to be tougher tomorrow, and if we can get tough and box out, because besides that little 4-minute stretch, we own the boards. We got first half. We got every rebound, and if we can do that against Star Valley, we're going to be in the game.
Last question. What are you doing? What's going on? What's the magic behind this team?
Defense and their heart and how hard they play. That's what it all comes down to.
Well, semifinals tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We'll see you there. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you to Coach Fessler for joining us post-game as we set up in the final minute before the start of the third quarter. When I walked up, he said, "You didn't think we were going to be able to do it, did we?" And I looked at him for a little while and said, No, I didn't. I did not. I didn't think that the way that the Lady Red Devils finished the season, I thought that all the momentum was going out, just going away from Evanston, and here they came back today with probably their finest performance in no bigger of a stage. That's the biggest game they've had to this point, and they rose to the occasion once again. And the little upstart Cardiac Red Devils, 1 win away from a state berth. They'll try to do that tomorrow at 5 p.m. against Star Valley in the 4A West semifinals. The other semifinal match on the girls' side, Kelly Walsh versus Green River, that will take place at 3:30 p.m. Semifinal match on the boys' side, one of them set, and it's Kelly Walsh Star Valley. Star Valley just escaping from Riverton. Kelly Walsh just escaping from Jackson Hole High School. Evanston trailing Cody as we enter the third period here. Both teams are back out onto the court. Basketball possession in the third quarter begins with Evanston the designated home team, although it is Cody's literal home gymnasium. White jerseys for Evanston, navy blue for Cody. And Garrett Berger will take the opening possession of the second half for Evanston. Seth Lloyd, Lance Evans, Mason Ellingford, and Brady Hurd onto the court for Evanston as well. Ellingford to Evans. He's fouled in the right block. First foul comes in 11 seconds into the period. Foul on Novakovic, his second. Inbound to Ellingford from the baseline. Lloyd takes it on the corner. Looking down into the post, then drives in himself. Loft into Ellingford. Rejected from behind by Leyva. How about that play, says Coach Cornea. It was from behind. He was swiping. Why wasn't he called for the foul? Walk by Leyva, called, and back Evanston's way. Leyva drove in and then stutter stepped as he picked it up in the high post. 33 seconds, about 27 seconds gone by in the third quarter. Garrett Berger with the basketball. Passes across the timeline to Seth Lloyd. Lloyd surveying the scene, then gives it up top. Swing around to the left side on the wing. Garrett Berger has it, guarded by Novakovic. Lloyd back up top. Leyva on him. Man-to-man look for Cody. Down into the blocks. Evans versus Blatt. He's got the height advantage, but he still can't convert. Blatt got a block. Into the hands of Tristan. He throws it off to Leyva, taking it across far sideline. And Coach Kraft, as Leyva was starting to run, said, no, different play call. Leyva gives off to Novakovic. They want a certain half-court set. Has Leyva coming around on a down screen under the hoop, comes around on a curl at the top of the key, backs up at the wing, double team, opens up Novakovic, wide open on the left wing for three, rattles out. Sky up for the board by Mason Ellingford. Into the hands of Garrett Berger, and he's racing with it. Ellingford down to the ground in the backcourt, gets a hand up by Heston Williams, and back into the play for Evanston. Down low, Evans is fouled, and it's a late foul called, 2 shots up. Evans hit the bottom of the backboard, the little rubber there, as he got bumped heavily, and that's where the shot hit. Never even got close to it, so you can tell that had to be a foul with how mightily he missed there, although Evans is out of sorts. Maybe he can get things going from the free throw line here. He misses. And you know it's not right when Lance Evans can't hit a free throw because he's 78% on the season. As a big man, he's as reliable as they come from the stripe. 20-17 still the score. A minute and a half gone by in the third period. Evans on the second, 0 for 2. Rebound by Hunter Hayes. Hayes back to Novakovic. Could have cut the lead down to 1. Something's just not right. Evans didn't get going early, and now the defense, they've been focusing in on him all contest long. Now they have a stranglehold on the big man. Novakovic out to Williams. Hand off to Leyva. Works around a screen, double team back out. Radakovic backs up against Ellingford. Nice up and down defense played, but Radakovic still converts. 22-17 on the Impact Physical Therapy board as Duncan hits it from 12 feet in the paint. First 2 from Duncan. 22-17 the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Berger to Ellingford. High post handoff over to the right side. Gives it to the corner as Brady Hurd with it, backing up on the right wing. Hayes stabbing at the basketball. Seth Lloyd comes around on a screen. Left wing, 3! 22-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Seth Lloyd with his second long ball of the day. 5.5 minutes left in the third period. It's a 2-point contest once again. Leyva wants a response from 20 feet away. Not even close. No way. Garrett Berger on the run. Layup up, and it's tied. A foul. Noah Travel negates it. Never mind. Garrett Berger called for a walk as he was working through a double team. Coach Cornea puts his hand up in the air, says, where's the contact before that? Score still 22-20 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Novakovic across the timeline to Heston Williams on the left wing. To the high post. Hayes dishes to Novakovic, guarded by Berger, behind the back dribble. Double team comes in. Back cut by Hayes into the lane. Lance Evans forces the walk. He was about to get a jump ball called, but Hayes called for the travel in the lane before it. 5:05 remaining. Evanston still down by 2 points. Garrett Berger taking it across. Novakovic at a 3/4 court pace, backing up against Berger. Under 5 minutes to play in the third period. Just one field goal for either side. A 3 by Evanston, a 2 Mason Ellingford up on the right side. Hoop in the harm. What a quick move by the 6'5 junior post. He had it on the right side of the free throw line. Fake to his right, spun around left and left his defender, Heston Williams, in the dust as he converted. Drawed late contact against against Koy Novakovic. Novakovic's third foul. Clock stopped at 4:50. And one opportunity to take a lead for Ellingford. Ball pops out. Evans on the rebound, knocked out from behind and into the hands of Hunter Hayes. He gives off to Leyva. Elijah with 10 points in the first half has not yet scored in the second. 4.5 minutes left in the period. Cody Phillips with the basketball finds Williams. Hands off to Leyva, way outside, but never consider him out of range. High post, down low to Radakovic. Head fakes, gets Ellingford into the air. And a foul from behind called on either Evans or Ellingford. It's 2 shots, foul on Mason Ellingford. Good news, I guess you could say, for Evanston, because that means Ellingford gets his second instead of Evans picking up his 4th. 2 shots for Radakovic, running the clock down to match its counterpart here at Cody High School of 26 seconds. Radakovic converts on the first. 4:26 left, 23-22, Cody with the advantage. Radakovic has 4 points in the game, sets up for the second, it's in. 24-22 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. 4:20 left. Garrett Berger with the basketball, picks it up at the midline circle, finds Seth Lloyd just to his right. Lloyd dishes to the left corner, outside the three-point line. Hurd down into the post. Lloyd going to work against Leyva. Double clutch shot, falls down, tied back up at 24 apiece. Seth Lloyd keeping the Evanston offense alive. He leads the way with half of Evanston's entire total. Have a dead ball as the little volleyball hole, the cover for it, popped out just under the baseline. Briefly stops play as it's reset, and Cody will inbound from their baseline. 4 minutes left in the tie game. 24-24 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Full court pressure by Brady Hurd, guarding against Elijah Leyva. Taking it across, Leyva, 25 points per game is average. His last 2, it's been 37 per game in a loss to Powell and a win against Riverton. Elbow shot draws contact, 2 coming up for Leyva at the charity stripe. I don't think Coach Kraft liked that shot based on his reaction to Leyva calling him over following the foul called. He'll take the results if Elijah converts at the line here. But Elijah took it across and forced one up against a very fine defender in Brady Hurd. Leyva converts on the first. He has 11 points in the game. 25-24 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Make it 26-24. Leyva goes 2 of 2. Evanston basketball, 3:45 left in the third quarter. Hurd, he's 0 for 2 from the line or beyond the arc, but he makes on number 3. Open at the corner. Hurd fires and converts. Evanston goes up by 1 point, 27-26 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Pass knocked up into the air by Seth Lloyd from Heston Williams, stolen away by Seth. He takes it across himself into the lane, dishes out to the corner. Braxton Lynn open up and swish it through. 29-26 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Braxton Lynn converts on his first bucket today. Down to 3:10 remaining in the third period. Evanston finally on top for the first time today. Dawson Crofts will check in at the next dead ball. Heston Williams 2 prior. Check that, that's Phillips out there, I believe. Yes, it's Cody Phillips. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. Seth Lloyd wanted it out on Heston, but it was ruled out on Lloyd. Let's see who Crofts replaces. It is Berger. .259 remaining in the third period. Evanston on top for the first time all day. 29-26 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Look for Leyva to try to score again here as he has the basketball near the top of the key, guarded by Hurd. Pass off to Pryor. Check that, that's Phillips to Williams on the right wing. Radakovic on the block, turning around against Ellingford. Long range shot for a big man, no good. Rebounded by Braxton Lynn. Seth Lloyd lets the defense move back into the half court. Crofts takes it at the 10-foot volleyball line. 2:28 remaining as he fires over near the student section on the far side to Brady Hurd. Lind has it up top, left side, Crofts drives in baseline, goes off the glass a little bit too hard, no good. Ellingford and Radakovich tied up, jump ball called, possession arrow, Cody. Koy Novakovic replaces Cody Phillips, the 5'11 sophomore. Novakovic, a junior, averaging 4.5 points per game. Tristan Blatt also in. He replaces Heston Williams. Blatt, a 6-foot senior post. Leyva, the inbounder, full court pressure by Evanston. Prior to Hayes, quickly across the timeline. Posting up, driving in baseline is Hayes against Lind. Foul called on Braxton. It is Lind's first, seeing heavy playing time as a sophomore. Certainly a lot of promise by the 6'4 sophomore post-wing combo. 2:10 remaining in the third period. Hayes on the inbound for Cody. Bounce pass to the corner. Novakovic drives in. Elbow shot, trying to draw contact off the glass. No contact called, but the shot falls. Novakovic with 5 in the game, and Cody trails by 1 to Evanston. 1 versus 4 has been a thriller. Every boys' game's been close, and today, this final one, well, second to final one, has been no different. Assist by Lloyd down into the left blocks. Braxton Lind converts again. 4 points for Braxton. It's 31-28 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. 1:40 remaining in the third period. Leyva runs into a double team, gives it to Hayes. Spin around and wholesale steal away at the free throw line. Lloyd all alone, up with the hand. It's down on the layup, 33-28. And a timeout taken by Coach Kraft in the Cody Bronx. 33-28, Evanston rolling and up by 5 with 1:28 remaining in the third period. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
In a game where the senior post, Lance Evans, has not been able to get his offense going. He's still held scoreless, and he's also in foul trouble due to the fact Cody's realized how important he is to the team. They've needed, the Evanston Red Devils have needed quality minutes in the post off the bench, and they've gotten that today from Braxton Lind, the 6'4 sophomore. Cody basketball down 33-28 as we welcome you back to Cody High School, closing minute of the third period. Tristan Blatt hands off on a back cut to Leyva. Baseline shot up off kilter, no good. Hayes and Ellingford fighting for the rebound. Mason comes away with it. Seth Lloyd across the timeline, moving it up ahead to Lind, open for the free throw. 6 points and another assist by Seth Lloyd. How about that? Seth also without Chris Muller off the bench, his usual running mate in the fast break. Braxton Lind coming in and delivering once again. Chris Muller suffered a grade 3 high ankle sprain in the penultimate game of the season and has not been able to play since then. A walk by Radakovich by Cody goes uncalled, and then a makeup as he moved his pivot foot. The coach will find, or the referee near side will finally see it. 35 seconds left, 35-28 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Evanston basketball. Radakovich was well outside and walked with it, and then a late move of the pivot. The referee took that opportunity to make up for what he missed. Lind to Lloyd near the student section outside the three-point line on the right wing. Radakovich, the sophomore, coming out to guard him. Lloyd seeing maybe he has an advantage to take him off his dribble. Goes into a double team, dish out to the left corner, up top to the wing. Crofts fires for 3, airballed. Ellingford fouled as he goes up for the putback attempt. 2 free throws with 5 seconds remaining in the third period for Mason Ellingford. Score is 35-28 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Foul number 1 on Elijah Leyva. Ellingford is 1 for 2 from the line today. A quiet offensive output for him as well, 5 points. First free throw misses off to the right. Brady Hurd 2 of 2 from the line. Seth Lloyd 2 of 2. Crofts 2 of 2. Ellingford 1 of 3, and Lance Evans is 0 for 2 from the line. Looking to make up for it. Ellingford on the second. It's good. 36-28 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Leyva at the wing, at the buzzer, misses for 3, and we head into quarter number 4. Evanston 36, Cody 28. That's the score on the Impact Physical Therapy board, brought to you by Justin Dennis. And this is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil Basketball, live on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Berg Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Have you been saying no to wearing your jewelry because of a missing stone, a broken chain, or a ring that's just too small? Or are you interested in redesigning your ring altogether? Jeff at Seavers Jewelers can repair or create almost all jewelry at extremely competitive prices. Jewelry is supposed to be worn. Bring it to Seavers Jewelers today for a free cleaning and any repairs it might need. Say yes to wearing your jewelry. Say it with Seavers. Seavers Jewelers on Main Street in downtown Evanston.
Fourth period begins. Evanston basketball here at Cody High School, 36-28 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston leading after a great third period. Got them from down 20-17 to an 8-point advantage. Elijah Leyva comes away with a steal on Lind. Lind looks frustrated as he goes into the lane. Ellingford rips the ball away from Leyva's hands as he was driving into the lane. Evanston basketball one more time. Brady Hurd on the wing, crosses over to his right side, sees some space, finds Lind to step inside on the corner. Out to the left side, it's Crofts, drives baseline, up a high against Hayes, and a charge foul on Dawson Crofts. Cody basketball, 7:27 left in the fourth period, so just underway here in the final stanza of 8. For Crofts, waiting for the foul tally on him. Is that just his first? That can't be. I guess it is his first. 2 points for Crofts, both coming from the free throw line. Novakovic has the basketball for Cody. Across the timeline, Leyva squirting around from left to right, just working around on the outside, trying to find some space. He's being face guarded, and the box and one being employed on him. Brady Hurd, that one. The rest of the Red Devils, that box. Out to the corner, Novakovic for 3. It's in! About the only way you can stop that box and one is have other men hit open shots. Novakovic, a travel called on Evanston's side, gives it back to Cody. Novakovic did just that. He found the opening. There's going to be an open guy usually because you got the 4 men just standing in that literal box. And then Hurd tailing around Leyva. They're going to be especially corner threes opening up. On the year, Novakovic from beyond the arc, not a bad free throw shooter, a three-point shooter. 7 of 25 doesn't take a lot. You've also got Tristan Blatt at 32%, 6 of 19. The fact is, it's just Leyva takes so many points away. Evanston back with Hurd standing right on him. Hayes has the ball knocked out from behind the timeline. Takes it back. Leyva gets the basketball. Hurd and Berger on him. Berger pokes at the ball. Players go horizontal. Hurd comes away with the steal, but is tipped out again by the hands of Pryor. And a timeout taken by Coach Kraft. Possibly close to an over and back play there. Do we have a timeout? Looks like we have a timeout. Looks like we could also have some fans needing to be restrained on either side. Maybe just some substitutions. I'll take that chance to reset the clock here. Should be 6:14. Cody basketball, inbound to Elijah Leyva. 36-31 on the impact physical therapy board on the three by Novakovic. Leyva to his left, double team, spins around, has Berger and Hurd on him. Out to the right side is Cody Phillips on the corner. Looks up high to Tristan Blatt. Blatt on the left wing. Out to the right side, Phillips open on the corner for three. Misses off the back iron. Hunter Hayes and Lind fighting for the rebound, knocked out by Hayes. 36-31 on the impact physical therapy board. Tensions running high and probably higher in the Evanston and Cody fan sections as they're intermingling. Going back and forth. It's not a big gym here at Schweitzer Gymnasium. So you can hear most of what everyone's saying on either side. Garrett Berger across the timeline, guarded by Novakovic. Moves over to his right, finds Hurd. Deep three taken by Brady, it's in! He was almost out of bounds by the student section when he took that. Brady shooting 15% on the season. Hits a shot none bigger this year, 39-31 on the impact physical therapy board. Elijah Leyva to the corner, it's Novakovic. He has it into the free throw line, then into the lane. Rejection by Braxton Lind, but into the hands of Pryor. Back to Hayes, gets Lloyd up into the ground. Got him up into the air, then Novakovic on the sideline. Drives in baseline, bounce pass through the legs of Radakovic. Stolen away by Berger. He gets tripped up by Hunter Hayes. Maybe a clear basket foul or an intentional foul, but I think also Hayes may have just not meant to do that at all, but that's the second time from a very fine football school we've seen some near football tackles by the Cody Broncs. Clock stopped at 5:04. The score is 39-31. Evanston leading Cody 1-4. All the games have been tight today. Foul number 2 on Hunter Hayes. He goes to the bench after that play. Inbound to Garrett Berger. Caleb Pryor checks in for him. To the left side, Berger left open on the corner, but not trying to force up a shot. Evanston's led up a lot of leads in the fourth quarter, maybe taking errant shots even if they are open. Back to Berger, up top to Lind. Right side, there's Hurd on the corner. Tries another three, feeling it, but it's no good. Ellingford on the putback, hoop in the harm. No, the shot's waved off. It's ruled on the offensive board coming back down, so no shot. It's team foul number 5 on Cody. Tristan Blatt picks up his third. Inbound to Mason Ellingford. Then to Berger, over right side to Hurd. Looks down to the blocks. Ellingford backs up against Leyva. Hook shot down. That is a mismatch. Senior versus sophomore, whatever. Down in the blocks, Braxton Lind owns Leyva as he put a heavy body into him and sent Leyva flying. 41-31, a double-digit lead by Evanston. Foul on Brady Hurd, guarding Leyva, reached in on him. For Brady, that is foul number 1 by my count. Let's see what the board says. That's number 2. I missed one prior. Clock set at 4:22. Inbound goes to Novakovic for Cody. The Magic running low for the Broncs. They trail by 10 after leading by 3 at the end of the half. Novakovic holding on to it at the 10-foot volleyball line, moves to his left. There's Pryor on the wing. Handoff to Leyva. Evanston staying in the junk defense. Out to the right side is Novakovic. Drives in baseline, gets a foul drawn on Mason Ellingford. Ellingford's third. His hands are up in the air saying, what did I do? It gets called for the push out of bounds, I suppose. Ellingford's third foul, as I said. 6 fouls for Evanston and 6 for Cody. 4:03 remaining. Novakovic has the inbound. Finds Heston Williams on the right corner. Ball poked out of bounds by Lloyd. Clock stopped at 3:58. Seth Lloyd leading the way offensively, either side. Inbound by Heston, it goes to Heston Williams, and Berger called for an immediate foul. That's Garrett's 4th. Puts Williams on the line. Brady Hurd checks out for Dawson Crofts. Clock at 3:57. Berger also taking a seat, as Hurd will stay out. He is just talking to Coach Cornea near the Evanston bench. So Hurd stays onto the court. 1-and-1 free throw attempt for Heston Williams. Cody trailing by 10. Williams misses off the back iron. Ellingford, a tough rebound down out of the air. 3:52 as Seth Lloyd works against Elijah Leyva. Throws it across the timeline to Hurd on the left sideline. Up top, Braxton Lind. Over to Lloyd. Up top, Crofts catches and shoots from the wing. No good. Lind had the ball in the air, poked it up high, and Brady Hurd chased down the rebound. Hurd maybe a little shot happy in this game compared to others in the last couple of months, but he has hit 2 3-pointers today. Hands off to Seth Lloyd. Down to 3:20 left. Lloyd works over to his right side. Hurd's open on the corner. Passes back up top to Lloyd at the free throw line. No look. Down to Lind. Hit hard by Heston Williams. Fouled and headed to the line. Lind holding on to his eye, giving it a little rub. Clock stops at 3:10. Lind with 8 points, all coming in the second half. A chance to hit double digits here. 2 shots regardless. The foul was in the air. Lind converts on his first. Have to talk to Coach Cornea postgame about the depth that's been presented tonight when they needed it in Braxton Lind, who converts on both free throws, and Evanston holds a 43-31 advantage. Elijah Leyva has been held to without a field goal in the second half. Is 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the third period, nothing in the fourth. He has it on the right wing. Goes against Croft, beats him, up high, teardrop. No good, but draws contact against Ellingford. Foul number 4 on Mason. Elijah had 10 points after 2 quarters, 8 in the second period alone, 12 after 3, and he converts on his first free throw, is up to 13. There's still a lot of time, 2:48, and with a shooter like him, you never count out a team like Cody. But Evanston, to this point, has held him well below his season average of 25. Leyva converts on both. Timeout taken. We'll take it with him. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Evanston leads Cody on day 1 of the 4A West Regional Tournament, 43-33 on the Impact Physical Therapy Board.
You're invited to browse through the store at Kazine's Ace Hardware in Evanston. You'll find vacuums and cleaning supplies, everything you need for your next painting project. A full line of electrical products, bolts, screws, hand tools, power tools, bathroom fixtures, and plumbing supplies. Plus everything else you need to take care of your lawn and garden, from lawnmowers to fertilizer. Once you finish all your projects, you can sit down on the comfortable patio furniture and barbecue on your new Weber or Traeger grill that you could also find at Kazine's Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks. Kazine's Ace Hardware on Front Street in Evanston.
After the 30-second timeout, both teams move back out onto the court, 43-33 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston basketball with the lead. They are the overcard, the number 1 seed out of the 4A Southwest quadrant. They went 4-2 in the conference season, won a tiebreaker against Star Valley to be number 1. Cody number 4, but coming off of a senior night victory, was quick to start on their home court against Evanston today, but has faded in the second half. Down by 10 with 2:35 remaining. Seth Lloyd out to the left wing. It's Garrett Berger with it. Back to Lloyd. He'll grab it out to the corner. Brady Hurd shot fakes, drives in, dishes back out to the right wing. Seth Lloyd down to 2:20 left. Lloyd to the free throw line. Out to Hurd. Back to Lloyd. Holding the ball, playing deny, and just make Cody eventually foul you is the game plan for Evanston. Hurd to Berger. Winner of this contest plays the winner of the game coming up against Green River and Rock Springs at 8 p.m. tomorrow. The Lady Red Devils have already secured a spot in the semifinals against Star Valley. That's as tough a matchup as you can hope for. No look pass from Crofts to Lind. Goes low, and it was a bad pass. Turned over, back to Leyva. Double clutch shot, no good. Lind on the rebound. With that board, Lind is fouled, and he is your Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Player of the Game, getting a standing ovation from the home crowd as he walks over for free throws. It was foul number 8 of the day, so 1-and-1 attempt for Lind. Clock at 1:48. Elijah Leyva had his second foul. Crofts to the bench. Hurd and Berger standing by the scorer's table. Air ball free throw by Lind. Out of bounds and Cody basketball. He'll hear it from the student section, but nonetheless, he gets a standing ovation as he heads out with Lance Evans back into the game, who was held scoreless today. Braxton Lind, 10 points, and the Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Play of the game. Guess what? That is the difference in this contest. Leyva fouled on a three-pointer to the line for a trio of attempts. Clock at 1:40. Appreciate Dr. McKay Franklin bringing us precision players of the game all season long. Football, volleyball, girls and boys basketball. Been a great addition to our sponsorship lineup. Leyva converts on the first free throw. Second is up. No good. One more upcoming. Again, Leyva still without a field goal in the second half. That alone deserves a round of applause for the man who's been defending him all game long and standing next to Lex Cornea right now, the senior Brady Hurd. Leyva converts on the third. 43-35 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Clock begins to run again. Hurd has the basketball. He'll try to hold on to it if he can and get fouled. He's the go-to free throw shooter in these moments for Evanston. Garrett Berger dishes up left wing. Lloyd immediately gives it back to Hurd. Down to 1:20 to play. Hurd fouled from behind by Hunter Hayes. Foul number 9 means 1 and 1 one more time. It was Hayes' third. Since the first week of February, Brady Hurd is 19 of 21 from the free throw line. He hits on the first. Evanston sends Seth Lloyd and Ellingford back to half court along with Hunter Hayes. Second free throw good, make him 20 of 22. 45-35 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Hayes catches and shoots at the three-point corner line, no good. Evans gets a tough rebound down. Seth Lloyd with the board, or taking the pass from Evans after the rebound and across the timeline. Brady Hurd with the basketball. Leyva tries to foul him. They get it away. Back into the hands of Leyva, though. Seth Lloyd missed on the pass. He'll pull up from the wing for three. It's nothing but net. Leyva with a 20-foot three-pointer from the corner. From the wing. 53 seconds remaining. 45-38 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Back in 30 on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
I think another good name for Matt Rex, the owner of T-Bar S Body Shop in Evanston, would be the Anger Eraser. I came out to the parking lot to find a ding and scratch. I was so angry, I went to T-Bar S Body Shop to get a quote and met Matt Rex. He said they would fix it, and he'd even talked to my insurance company. When I picked up my car, it looked great. No stress, no hassle. Matt's friendliness and quality service erased all my anger. When your car gets bunged up, don't get angry, just let T-Bar fix your car.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
45-38 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Evanston over Cody on day one of the regional tournament. Brady Hurd with the inbound and a timeout taken by Coach Cornea. Hurd nearly stepped his foot over the line. He was looking to throw. It looked like Leyva popped in front of the would-be recipient, and he would have taken that one right away. So Hurd pulled the pass back, had to toe the line, and it was not immediately called for on the baseline. I think he was behind, but Coach Cornea took a timeout. He had 3 remaining still, so why not take one and not risk anything else, get a fresh new set of 5 seconds up. It's a 7-point game. It's 52 seconds left. anything could still happen, especially with a shooter out like Elijah Leyva. He's up to 19 points after hitting that 3 in transition. That was his first field goal of the half. 6 of 8 from the free throw line in the half, though, it should be mentioned. 52 seconds remaining. Both teams back out. Evanston needing to go the length of the court, but with a 7-point advantage. Hurd, the inbounder, finds Lance Evans. Evans takes one dribble and throws it across to Ellingford. Tosses back to Brady Hurd, who gets immediately fouled by Elijah Leyva. Clock stopped at 47.2. Lance Evans will appear to go scoreless in the game today. He's at 0 and 0 for 2 from the free throw line, but in all of his foul trouble, he's had some moments of he's tried to contribute in the ways he can, like right there, taking that inbound and then firing it accurately across to Ellingford. There's some days where your offense just isn't working, and it's so noticeable when it's a player as important as Evans. But I guess the mark, I would say, of a good player is when you don't have it, you find a way to contribute in the way that you can. And that's what he did right there, setting up 2 made free throws by Brady Hurd. It's 47-38 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Tristan Black goes up with a teardrop in the lane. It's good. 47-40 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Clock stopped at 40 seconds. Immediately a foul in. It was on Elijah Leyva on Brady Hurd. Leyva's third, double bonus. First free throw by Brady is good. As we mentioned a few times today, Brady entered ever since this February 8th contest nearly a month ago. Hurd came in 16 of 18 from the free throw line, including that game and since. As he goes 2 of 2 here from the line, he's 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 for 8 today, so he's 24 of his last 26 attempts. 35 seconds remaining. Deep 3 by Leyva. Banks it in! Oh, Molly! Elijah Leyva with another 3 ball makes it 49-43 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. His shot, he was double teamed. He was about 4 or 5 feet beyond the top of the key. And a timeout taken by Cody. We'll take it with him. Clock at 27 seconds. Back in 30 on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
49-43 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Elijah Leyva up to his season average just about. 24 points after a pair of three-pointers in the last minute. Inbound to Evanston. Brady Hurd to Seth Lloyd. 25 seconds and counting to go. Hurd behind the back dribble, still behind the timeline. Tosses it up on a loft to Lloyd. Back to Hurd. He'll hold on to it. He should. He should be the one going back to the free throw line. Instead it's to Lloyd, then to Evans, back to Hurd. He'll turn around, give it down to 11 seconds left. 9 seconds left. Hurd's just holding on to it, and Cody has called off the Dogs apparently. Fouled with 4.2 seconds left. What was going on? Elijah Leyva passed up the opportunity to foul and started walking back to Jacob Kraft on the Cody bench, and Kraft said, get back out there, we're not giving up yet. So instead of fouling, the Cody Bronx basically just took about 15 seconds off the clock, and with 4.2 left, they officially gave that win away to Evanston. Hurd at the free throw line. It's 50-43. Hurd is 9 of 9 from the free throw line. He'll have a final tally after he makes this one of 16 points by my count. Inbound to Leyva, 4 seconds left. And turn around at the wing. Final 3 is up and no good. 51-43. The Red Devils come away victorious. and both Evanston teams are playing in tomorrow's 4A West Regional semifinals. We'll be back with post-game coverage after this on this First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
Is laundry one of those chores that drags you down? Let Joe's Modern Cleaners come to your rescue. Take advantage of their wash and fold service. You drop it off and pick it up. The rest is done for you. Or you could take all your clothes to Joe's, load them up into the multiple washers, then dry them in the multiple dryers, and do all 10 loads in the time that it would take you to do 2 at home. Ask about all our other laundry options at Joe's Modern Cleaners, 624 West Cheyenne Drive in the Frontier Square. Take all your clothes to Joe's.
From Randolph, Utah to the Uinta Mountains, from Lyman to Evanston. Whenever you have plumbing, heating, or air conditioning problems, call Landmark Plumbing and Heating at 307-789-8793. Regular office hours run Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. But we also offer 24/7 emergency service. Do you need a new septic system, water heater, or furnace? You can trust Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Program our number into your phone right now, 307-789-8793. Landmark Plumbing and Heating. When you need us, we'll be there.
Sometimes when you're shopping for a vehicle, you're not sure what you want, so you drop by and look at all the options. Other times you know exactly what you want. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, you can call us or schedule a test drive online. We'll have it ready when you get here. We're here to help you get exactly what you want on your schedule. So whether you want to browse or pre-schedule a test drive, Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet is here for you. 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
Education in Wyoming has been a long-held tradition. The communities that make up Uinta County School District number 1 are committed to those traditions. Student learning, teacher and staff development, extracurricular activities for students to choose from, quality facilities that are clean and comfortable, and a transportation department that always goes above and beyond are just some of the ways we work as a community to help students succeed. Uinta County School District number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Welcome back to Cody High School, and wow, what a whirlwind it's been, first in these games, and for me as well. That was test drive number 1 for that Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. I did the best I could. I think we got most of the scores up. Clock, yeah, sometimes I had to get it up. Hopefully that'll become a little more ingrained into just what I do as we go on, because that's our best option for the rest of this regional tournament and next week at state. We hope, as the Evanston Red Devils are both one win away from earning a berth in next week's Casper State Tournament. Before we go anywhere else, let's first do your Red Devil recap. March, not quite March, February 28th is the opening night of the 4A West Regional Tournament at Cody High School. First year 4A team Cody getting the regional tournament in their inaugural season. And that was Evanston's opponent. They had to play the home team twice. First, the Lady Red Devils, winning by a final 32-15, led by 11 points from Natalie Robbins. And how about this? Evanston did not allow a field goal in the entire first half. It was 17-2 after 2 quarters. Paige Powell had 2 free throw makes, and that was it. Paige finished with 7 blocks in the game, but in the end, it was just too much Evanston. And defensively, 32 points proved to be enough as the Lady Red Devils advance on to take on Star Valley 5 o'clock on Friday in the 4A West Regional Semifinal. Then on to the boys. It was a slow start for Evanston. Cody got the first points of the game, and Evanston led 9-7 after the end of the first period, but a dreadful second quarter was made to look a little bit better as Evanston closed the gap to within 3 points at the end of the half, 20-17. The third quarter was a different story altogether, and they were led by Braxton Lind off the bench with 6 points. Braxton, a 6'4 sophomore, would not be seeing time if not for foul trouble by Lance Evans, compounded with the high ankle sprain injury of their normal postman off the bench, Chris Muller. He finished with 10 in the game and was our Dr. McKay Franklin Precision Player of the game, and Lind really turned the tide for Evanston. That led to a couple of three-point makes, one by Brady Hurd, one by Seth Lloyd, and the Red Devils led by 8 after 3 quarters. In the end, that 8 points was the differential on the Impact Physical Therapy board as Evanston came away 51-43 and will take on either Green River or Rock Springs at the time of this taping. We are not sure which one it is in tomorrow's semifinal matchup at 8 p.m. That is your Red Devil recap. Now let's take a break and then come back. We'll give you your final scoring tally. We will look ahead to tomorrow's matchups, and we will hear, hopefully, from Coach Cornea momentarily. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball on KNYN 99.1 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
If you haven't seen the huge selection
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
For over 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we are able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses in all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Please call us today and let's see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770. The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live. The Steel Fabrication Shop at Ellingford Brothers is available for large and small projects alike. We work with individuals. The public is always welcome. And contractors. We design and build one-of-a-kind projects, plus we fabricate loose parts and heavy equipment. And customize Ford and Dodge pickup truck front bumpers, plus equipment, including hitches, trailers, and more. Serving customers since 1936, Ellingford Brothers is reliable, honest, and offers competitive pricing. Call today, 307-789-1515.
Welcome back to Cody High School. Like I said, when I came back, I would give you your scores. And Brady Hurd leads the way with 16 points, 14 from Seth Lloyd, 10 by Braxton Lind, Mason Ellingford with 6, and Garrett Berger with 2, Dawson Crofts with 2. On Cody's side, Elijah Leyva was held well below his season average until the last few minutes of the game, finished right at 24 points. 2 field goals in the second half was all, and they came in the last 2 minutes. 8 points from Corey Novakovic, 4 from Tristan Blatt, 5 from Duncan Radakovich, the sophomore off the bench, and Cody Phillips had 2 points as well. I'm joined now by Coach Lex Cornea, and I've got a couple of storylines that I followed throughout this game that I want to run by you. But first of all, first one. It's grade 3 ankle sprain by Chris Muller, foul trouble, and just being shut down offensively by Lance Evans. You needed something to come out of the post, and it turned out today it was the sophomore, which is this is his 8th appearance of the year. Braxton Lind finished with 10 points, and I'm not sure you can win that game without him getting it going in the third quarter.
Yeah, and he's just had a great attitude all year. I mean, we've known that we've wanted to use him, and we told him that early on. But, you know, there are games he just didn't get in. Other guys were playing well, or we had different lineups. But he knows that we like him and we know he can do things. But, you know, he's just as into the game on the bench as he is on the floor. And, I mean, he knows that when he's in, he's ready. When his number gets called, he'll go in. And if he makes a mistake, he'll do it working hard. And we'll take that. You know, and we told the guys in there that it could be anybody. You know, anybody when the bell rings, who's going to answer. I mean, it might be your call tomorrow. It might be another guy's the next day. I thought that Brady Hurd really answered that call today. Got some shots down. You know, when Lance, teams know how good he is. And, you know, they really focused on him. And when we kicked it out, we couldn't hit shots early on in the first half. But, you know, in these types of games, there's nerves. You know, there's just nerves. They're tough. That's why, you know, upsets happen in March. Nobody wins on paper. So I thought Cody played really well, but really proud of her effort today.
Second one, right here on February 8th. This was a turning point for a statistical jump. On the year, no, wrong team. On the year for Evanston, Brady Hurd is shooting 72% from the free throw line. But that's a tale kind of like Lance Evans. He's not averaging 8 points a game. He was averaging about 2 points a game in the first half and about 14 to 20 in the second half. Since February 8th, what would you guess Brady Hurd's free throw percentage at the line is?
I would guess it's above 80.
Oh, it's way above 80. We are now up to 28 out of 30.
Wow.
Since February 8th, including that game. So it was at 94%, so now it's probably 95%. And he's
don't
become
tell
your
him that.
go-to.
I don't want that in his head. We'll
okay.
just leave him in the mental state he's in.
he's become the guy that that's the guy who gets closed out games for you.
Yeah.
He makes every free throw.
He knows that role, and so do our other guys. But, you know, his 2 threes were huge today. And, you know, I told him in the locker room, he struggled with the shot. You know, in December he was super frustrated through January. But, you know, I take a million December misses for makes in March, and he believes in that. I think he's in a great spot. You know, Garrett kind of has a little tweak to his shoulder, but, you know, I thought he was really gutsy today. And to go back to Brady Hurd, that kid is just a story in resilience. You know, it's disappointing to come in and just not see the ball go through the net, but he's just continued to work and shoot and be positive and be intense, and, you know, couldn't happen to a better kid.
Well, and also, you ran some box and one today, and that was a tiring job for him, and he was at the top of that all day long. Yeah. If not for Braxton coming in, he was my player of the game. Braxton just kind of the surprise, but Brady again, kind of the unsung hero on that side, really shutting down Leyva for the better part of the match. The final box score of 24 points isn't really indicative of how this team held their the opposing best player down today.
But, you know, I mean, I know this is cliche, but it was really a team effort. You know, there were points of the game where we needed, you know, every single guy to make plays, and I thought they responded, especially on the defensive end of the floor. You know, to hold a team like that to, you know, below their averages. I know that Leyva got some at the end, but to hold a team to 20 points in the first half that's that explosive, that just is a phenomenal effort on the defensive end. And a lot of that's due to Coach Barker, and it's just due to guts and hearts on our kids. And couldn't be prouder of them, but they've got another huge test tomorrow on a Green River team that's stepping out on the floor.
Yep, Rock Springs and Green River, whoever it is.
Or Rock Springs.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, you don't have to say it. I'll say good luck against Green River tomorrow. I've seen these teams play this year. I think Green River's got the upper hand, but you know, I will say this regional tournament has been absolutely insane.
Yeah, this tournament is a story of teams getting better over time. You know, Kelly Walsh had a tough time today. Beginning of the season, they were heads and tails better than everybody in our conference. Now, it's a 2-point game against Jackson in a regional tournament. Tomorrow, who knows what it is. This game, you know, Green River had the largest win in the history of this rivalry earlier on this year, and yet, you know, Rock Springs played Kelly Walsh to 5 points or so last week. So, you know, teams get better. Yeah. Guys believe, they execute. I think our coaches in this conference really scout and work and improve. We try to do the same. So it's anybody's right now.
Yeah, on the girls' side, it was the craziest. Jackson was up on Kelly Walsh with 3 minutes in the third quarter, 29-14. Riverton and Star Valley were tied at half. I mean, it's just day one, 4A West has been insane. I don't know what's happening on the East. I know Central lost on the boys' side. So that could make some brackets a little interesting. But we don't know anything about this day one because a day one loss or day one win doesn't mean what it's meant in years past.
Well, that's why I don't put any money on the Wyoming high school bracket. I save that for the NCAA tournament when I, you know, know everything. I know nothing right here. It's anybody's game. Teams come out and shoot and play. You know, it's just who's in the best mental state, who's believing in their teammates, who's believing in their coaches and each other. And today, you know, we weathered some storms, but I couldn't be proud of our guys. That would have been an easy game to lose on the road, and I thought they did a great job. So,
Coach Cornea, thank you for coming up. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Jake.
We'll take a break now, come back with more post-game coverage as Rock Springs and Green River are about to tip off. This is a First Bank presentation of Red Devil basketball.
If you haven't seen the huge selection of furniture and appliances at Kazine's, you've got to stop by. Is your mattress old and lumpy? We sell mattresses. Has your dishwasher quit doing its job? We carry a full line of kitchen appliances. Does your living room furniture look like it started out in your great Aunt Vi's house? We've got you covered. At Kazine's, you'll find great prices and everything you need to furnish your home inside and out. Stop in today. Kazine's, 800 Front Street, Evanston.
The Lumberyard in Evanston, Wyoming is your local IFA dealer. The Lumberyard has tons of animal feed lines and accessories to help with your farm and ranch. Since 1923, IFA has worked to manufacture and distribute the highest quality products to the agricultural community. The Lumberyard has partnered with IFA to develop product lines based on customer need. We won't sell you something that doesn't make you successful. Visit us online or at the Lumberyard today, your local IFA dealer, 400 Front Street in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Uintah County School District Number 1 has been committed to excellence since its beginning in 1870. This commitment is not only reflected in student education, but in our school buildings and facilities over the years. The staff at Uintah County School District Number 1 works hard to provide clean, comfortable, and safe learning environments for student learning. No matter what department you're working with, at Uintah County School District Number 1, you will always find us striving for the pathway to excellence. In addition to local information and the best live coverage of local sports, you can stream music 24/7 at mylocalradio.com. Log on and choose the music you like best. Classic or modern country, indie, adult contemporary, or classic rock, stream it live through your computer or cell phone. Listen to the music you want and don't miss the information you need. Like us on Facebook and visit mylocalradio.com today.
(53-43). Was that the final? I don't think so. I think I added 2 points. Welcome back to Cody High School. There we go. Get that scoreboard back down. 51-43, the final on the Impact Physical Therapy Board as the boys advance on to the semifinals tomorrow here at Cody High School at 8 p.m. They will play either Green River or Rock Springs. And we will let you know as soon as we can on which game for that, which opponent for that we will have. We'll have a promo up running on K9 Radio and also online at KADQ. Kelly Walsh and Star Valley, the other semifinalists out of the boys' side. That game taking place at 6:30 p.m. For the girls, got the semifinals and the consolation set. Kelly Walsh and Green River at 3:30 p.m. Star Valley and Evanston at 5 p.m. In consolation, we've got Jackson and Rock Springs in the morning at 9 a.m. Riverton Cody at 10:30 a.m. Consolation bracket for the boys' side, should mention them as well. 12 o'clock, Jackson plays Riverton, and at 1:30, Cody will play either Rock Springs or Green River. Chase Stoger with a drive into the lane, and it's a close score here, 5-2. Green River leading 3 minutes into the first period. We will close it out right there, call it good. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock, 4:30 pregame, and then 7:30 pregame anticipated for the boys. So it's 2 separate streams tomorrow as the Lady Red Devils and Red Devils both advance on to the 4A West semifinals. But remember, that doesn't mean they are into state yet, not like in years past. They need a win either tomorrow or a win in their morning game on Saturday should they lose on Friday. and then they will advance to the state tournament. Until then, we'll leave it right there. I'm Jake Hibbert. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow, 4:30, 7:30 p.m., right here on KNYN 99.1 FM or online at mylocalradio.com.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Red Devil Basketball. Catch all of the games live or archived at mylocalradio.com. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you for tuning in.